You already know the drill. Just woke up for the day, by the way. Just woke up for the day. Just woke up for the day. But, okay. Kind of started late. We have the Kaysan Halo Showdown going right now, but we'll try and speed through. We'll try to speed run through the mini games real quick, okay? Because I want to get to watching this. Because I started late, to be honest with you. I started later than I wanted to. I just shut my camera off. What just... Okay. Anyways, yeah, like I said, we're trying to speed run through the mini games. Okay. Oh! S-O-R. What? Okay. Sorry? Yes! Like I said, speed run. Okay, connections. Yesterday, it was a bunch of horse. Okay? It was a bunch of horse. So we'll try to, like I said, speed run through it. Okay. Let's see. Canal, cargo, Panama, Bermuda, Brazil. Where's the obviously the Panama Canal. Panama Canal cargo. Bermuda? Okay, well, I suck. Okay. Witness. Go clue witness. Oh, man. Okay, so this is actually... Wait a minute. China? Bermuda? Brazil? China? Panama? They're all countries. No? Okay, so I'm selling so hard. I'm actually selling so hard right now. Let me see. My goodness. Plan. Dude! I was one away. Bermuda? F it. Already guessed. Brazil? I hate them! Urgh! gosh, bro. I hate those mini games. I hate them. Oh, okay. I was tweaking. Okay. So I'm just wide receiver. Wide receiver? He's number 2 or 3? Who could this be? Nice. Like I said, speed run. Oh, he's not on offense. Okay, but he's on defense on the NFC in the AFC South. Trying to speed run through these. Oh, okay. So yeah, Shopify just 3-0'd SSG.
Not forget, you heard what Lucid said. I think it's important to end SSG's run with those words. And Lucid, I mean, I've never, like I said, I've never.
Yeah. Okay. Anywho. In AFC South, Jacksonville. Okay. All right. Well, then I don't know anybody else. Okay. So it's not in Houston, so the Jaguars, the Texans. No. The Jaguars, the Colts, or the Titans. To be quite honest with you, I don't know anybody. I don't know who it could be. I don't know ball anymore. Okay, so now I know it ain't on. Now we know it ain't on the Jaguars. I had no idea who Miles Cole was. To be honest with you, I had no idea who that was. Okay, but he's either 24 or 25 years old.
It's Snakebite from FaZe Clan, and Snakebite is on live fire against Cloud9. He's got the sidekick in his back pocket, and he knows how to use it. Rips two unsuspecting players for the killing spree off. The one-on-one for the triple is easy slight work for the sidekick and Snakebite. Coming in at number 8, it's Renegade from FaZe Clan, and we're going to be in this same series against Cloud9 here at the World Championship. Renegade on recharge with the shock. You know what's about to happen. The first shot, as clean as can be, the second shot through the shroud. It's a double. Spots the third player. Maybe doesn't hit the shock, but the two melees will get the job done for a triple kill. At number 7, Frosty from FaZe Clan, your third FaZe Clan member, and it's against SSG here in the winners bracket semifinals. Legend is trying to run this first fight to give his team a lead. Frosty says no with the plasma. A beautiful instant aid of the plasma will give Frosty the opportunity to find a double. Not only that, but the rest of FaZe Clan are here. They're going to get not only the return as Frosty hops onto it, but Snakebite gets a counter cap as well. At number 6, Dead Zone from the green wall. He's got snipe in hand on live fire right now against Shopify Rebellion. Shopify's up 1-0. Dead Zone needs to make a play to keep his team in this series. Dead Zone with a quick scope onto the player camo for a double, a killing spree. The body shot is perfect as he picks up a clean triple kill. Thinks he has another bullet in the snipe, but Dead Zone's going to have to settle for the triple kill and camo control. All right, number 5, halfway there, Sab from Cloud9. It's Aqua Slayer, and he's got Overshield to work with the first player not looking at him. That's an easy single. Here comes Sab with full Overshield, making plays. The grenade does a ton of damage, cleans it up with the bandit. The last player alive, ping 3. And Sab kills all of Native Gaming for the overkill. At number 4, Renegade is back for his second clip in the top 10. He's got camo snipe live fire against Sentinels. The first player not looking at him because he has camo snipe. The second player gets the comms. Third player also gets the comms, but Renegade does not care. He finds 3 kills on Sen as all 4 go down. At number 3, Optic Gaming in the winners bracket semifinals, trying to find the spot in the winners finals. All you have to do is stop one push. The man for the job, you have the right guy with the right weapons. Formal with the shock rifle, the first player gets taken down. The second with the slide is perfect. The damage onto a third will allow Optic Gaming's reinforcements to get here. Able to capitalize on the rest of Formal's damage. All 4 down for Shopify, and that is Optic's ticket to the winners bracket finals of the 2024 World Championship. At number 2, SLG from Quadrant. And this kid with a shock rifle in his hands is a problem for anyone, even Optic Gaming. The first 2 kills are clean. Smells blood in the water, starts to push. The triple is easy, and the overkill. Norwin, you nasty boy, gets the overkill on Optic Gaming. And the number 1 clip from the World Championship is brought to you by Formal from Optic Gaming. Dead Zone on the point of view right now, tracking down a player back tower. Able to play his life a little bit here. Back mud, gets info that a player's pushing him. He's going to get some damage onto him. That's actually important because Formal has just gotten a triple kill in the kill feed. Formal then quickscopes the player back green. Bounds spawns dummies. Bounds immediately removed from the map. And Formal, for the nastiest kill tech of the year, creates our top 10.
Want more Halo action? Subscribe to the Halo Esports channel for official HCS highlights, behind-the-scenes content, and...
Okay, onward. Tennessee Titans. Okay, so he's on the Indianapolis Colts. Indianapolis Colts. And I have no idea who this could be. I have no idea who that is. Delivery. I just woke up, by the way. We're on break right now, I'm assuming. But then I don't know what to do
one
on
platform.
break.
Know it. Best of 7 apparently with no reset. Apparently, I don't know.
We are live from, well, I think you guessed it, Dallas, Texas, and we're here to bring you the fiercest Halo Infinite competition.
Wait, what? It says 25.
Yo, that'd be so fun to go
Welcome
to.
back, everyone, and it's
All right, we're back.
to say for the first time this season, it's time for a grand final. Welcome to Texas, welcome to Dallas, and welcome to the Kaysan Showdown. It has been an amazing, amazing event. Once again, a huge shout out to Kaysan for throwing this tournament, for putting it on for everyone. Speaking of the man, he's joining us just in time. He turns up for the big games.
Yeah,
That's
like
what
that.
it is.
Big
Grand
game.
finals.
Big
He's
game.
here.
Big game, Kaysan.
I had to pop back. I mean, it's been really great to watch. The reverse sweep was pretty crazy. Then a decisive 3-0. So we'll see what happens.
You think Optic's doing it again?
I think so. They're the way they played Shopify, the way you can hear the comms from here.
Yeah.
They're locked.
Honestly, yeah.
A lot of passion.
And it feels like that's what that team needs, right? I think people were wondering, right, how fired up are they going to be? And the second they were in that game 5, they were absolutely ready to rock.
Well, this is our grand final. As you can see, these two teams met up in our winners final. What was that crazy reverse sweep from Optic Gaming? And the game that we're talking about with the crazy comms is that game 5 that they absolutely dominated. Legend, you could hear him all across Texas, and that's a big place. It's a very big place. His voice was echoing across the state. This is our grand final, though. We get to see it again. It is going to be just the one series here, a best of 7, no reset here. So whoever wins this series will be crowned the champions. This is the format, as you can see in front of you. No reset. Just to remind you once more. So an opportunity here for Shopify Rebellion to win the series that really matters.
Yeah, I love this. All the marbles here. And Shopify's going to have had a lot to think about. I mean, remember the pop-off? We got to see the side-by-side cam, right? Optics popping off. They're all jumping out of their chairs. And on the Shopify side, they're just sitting there thinking, what on earth happened? We were just leading in a game 3 of a series that we were leading 2-0. So now it is an opportunity for redemption. Let's not forget here, coming out of the Kaysan Invitational, people will remember one thing, right? Who won the grand final? That's it. That reverse sweep was incredible, but unless Optic does it again, the story will be Shopify Rebellion. Optic Gaming, if they want the advantage, the momentum, and everything going into the first major of the year, they need to win it here.
Yeah, and I think it's an opportunity just to get into our grand final again. You can see the beautiful trophy that will be presented to our winners here. Is to say thank you once again to Kaysan for throwing the tournament, for giving these players and these teams the opportunity to compete. You know, $50,000 before the season gets underway. I think to speak for Andy, myself, and the whole Halo community, players, teams, everyone, I'm saying thank you for putting this on.
And thank you to Halo 2. Thank you to you guys for coming. Thank you to obviously the players. Without everyone, you know, there's no show. So this is just the first of many, to be honest. We have so much fun throwing this stuff, and I want to see Halo grow even more to than what it is right now. And we'll see what happens, man. We're going to keep doing fun, cool stuff. So I'm happy. Today's been great. The games have been great. The series, everything's been super awesome. So, and thank you to you guys for coming.
No, thank you, dude.
Our pleasure.
Pleasure to be here. And honestly, like, we've been waiting for an opportunity to cast these games, watching the off-season, all the rosters that have been forming. It's been an absolute pleasure. And we still got the biggest series of the entire tournament in front of us. I mean, what are your thoughts on this? Looking ahead to it, Optic versus Shopify Rebellion. Are we going to see Optic close this out? Are we going to see a repeat of that winners? I mean, to be honest, I would take a repeat.
Yeah, me too.
Either way, if we have a crazy reverse sweep, but You think it's an Optic game, or do you think maybe Shopify got something to say about this?
I think Shopify has something to say, but I stand by the statement, and I wasn't surprised to hear Formal agree with it, that the longer Optic Gaming plays, right, the better they are going to look. If you give them game types that go 12 minutes, if you give them game types that go OT, if you give them a best of 7, right now it feels like they will catch up to you. So you might eke out games 1, you might even be leading in games 2 and 3, but Optic Gaming so far finds a way. I still think it's going to be a very hard-fought series, but right now, momentum that we've seen should indicate that Optic has a better chance of taking it.
Yeah, it's an interesting series as well, and one player I want to kind of focus on a little bit. We've seen Formal with some big moments this tournament. Legend in that game 5 was the real catalyst for Optic closing out that reverse sweep. We saw Renegade go on those crazy snipe sprees. Bound, I think the grand final is going to be one where I'm keeping my eye on him. What's he going to bring to the table here for Optic Gaming that's going to push them towards that trophy?
And what's crazy, too, when I was watching that Game 5 Slayer, everyone else is kind of popping off, and Renegade was doing, I mean, just as well as anyone else, but kind of even. I'm thinking, man,
Give me Optic in
Renegade's
5.
going even on your team, right? And everyone else is going positive in the Slay department. Like, what does that mean about the team composition here? So anyone, of course, on this squad can absolutely pop off, and each of them really carrying their own weight throughout that series where they had to reverse sweep. But like we said, Shopify's had a lot to think about in that last series. And Mark, tell me your thoughts here, Shopify going in, what they need to do differently.
I think it's not so much what they need to do differently. I think it's just resetting the mentality. I think the series against SSG is the perfect thing for them. You know, it's a very conclusive series. They look very good, and now resets them to think, okay, we're playing some great Halo still. We still played some great Halo against Optic. We were so close to closing that one out. This time, we're just going to make sure that we don't get too ahead of ourselves. If we go up by 2, we've got to close out. Excuse me, it's a best of 7. If we go up by 3.
Three.
Thank
Gotcha,
you.
don't
It's been a
worry.
long day. Thank you. We just need to make sure we close out and we don't get too ahead of ourselves. I think those kind of things, again, it's teams learning, right? It's last shot and cycle in a final for the first time.
I was going to say,
you know, it's a big learning process. It's a very different feel to a series which is going to decide if you win a tournament or one that's for top 6, top 8, top 4 that they've been fighting for previously.
man, lots to look at in this series
CTF
layout.
Origin Game 1.
CTF Origin to kick us off for the first time today on your screens. That's going to be fantastic. Neutral Bomb is going to be your mid-game type there on Aquarius. And by the way, finishing on Slayer Origin as well. So bookended by the Halo 5 remake, of course, Coliseum coming in as Origin. This is going to be a good series.
This looks good. This map still looks good.
Yeah, this looks good.
I'm looking at that game 1 and I'm like, I haven't seen CTF Origin so far today. When I saw it pop up map 1, I was like, yes! Like this is a game type. This can be one of those game types that someone can take over. If you get snipe, you can go back to back on flag caps, but you have to be like super efficient, super quick on it. It's amazing to watch. Loads of action, big moments certainly going to be talked about for quite some time, I think. And I'm looking at Frosty. Frosty on this map, it's his map. If he could design a Halo map, I don't know if he has the ability to do that, with all due respect to Brad, but he would basically just copy and paste Origin. Like it's where he made his name. It's where he's hit some of the most famous clips in Halo, and I think he's going to be a player that Shopify are looking to be that catalyst for them, and for Optic to shut down and make sure he doesn't get the chance to use that snipe in the way that he wants to.
Yeah, you saw it earlier, right? He was the only one that went positive on the team, but he goes 15-8 in a Slayer, and they still win the game. So we expect him to not only be right at home, but pop off, of course, once again as well. Smiles here for Royal 2, despite that last year's result. Having a good time here and knowing what they need to do ahead of them to take this title. And gotta say, goes without saying, not only a fat cash prize on the line, but it would feel much better to take first here for these next 2 weeks of practice and kind of momentum and going into each and every scrim knowing that you are the team to beat would feel pretty good for both these teams.
Yeah, I mean, Kaysan, I'm going to ask you about this because we had Royal 2 on the couch a little bit earlier, and he's multiple world champion across multiple titles, and he's saying that this feels like a completely new season for him. Like he's an amateur player again, having to prove himself. I mean, as a fan of Halo, watching that's got to be exciting, right? Going into this season to hear players who are so established being so excited to get back into a season.
Yeah, I mean, he was with us forever, and I feel like anytime you switch teams, it's just like a brand new, gives you new life.
Yeah.
Sometimes people need a new change of scenery. Across any game, really, any sport.
Yeah.
It just gives you some new motivation and hunger to come back and and dominate. So they look amazing. Like Shopify's been looking good. Their team chemistry looks amazing.
5.
So we'll see. It's a long season. We'll see what happens. I think a lot of teams are gonna have a lot more time together as time goes on. So I mean, like as you guys have here. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, you say long season. This is the season itself. You know, this is the curtain raiser we've been talking about, and we get into the big business very, very soon. In just a couple of weeks' time, April 18th to 20th, the Optic Major in Arlington, Texas. Tickets are available for that. Make sure you get them. You know that the Green Wall's going to be out in force.
This would be so tight to go to.
Demanding a major trophy for the Green Wall. And then we move on, of course, tickets available as well for the DreamHack event that's coming up in Dallas, Texas, May 23rd to the 25th. So events are going to come thick and
DreamHack
fast
would
this
be
season
so fun to
before
go
we
to
head
as well.
towards, of course, the big one, the Halo World Championship at the end of the season. $1 million on the line. We got the SSG major, we got the FaZe major that's going to be announced soon as well. I'm gassed for this season, man. Like genuinely gassed. I feel this is going to be a special season. It's the bonus season for us. Like, it's the extra season, and it just feels special.
Yeah, like we said earlier at the top of the show, we didn't
British
expect
people,
to get
man.
these
British
rosters,
people.
right? Normally, you do not get to see the all-star rosters that would have assembled, like we said, after Halo 2, after Halo 3. What could have happened? This is the what could have been year, and it has already delivered here. And especially now, to have the Kaysan Showdown followed by, like, I just had to check my calendar because when you said the dates of that event, I was like, crap, we got to get on a plane pretty soon. Yeah. So in only 2 weeks' time, we'll already be at that first major, and then just almost 4 weeks to the day after that, you'll be at the next event. So really, everything is coming in very fast, and whichever team is able to get an early lead is going to be looking very good early on in the season.
I got a question for you both. You ready for some Origin capture the flag?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's do it.
Ready for a grand final?
I'm ready for a grand final.
Let's do it. Let's lock in then, everybody. The grand final is here of the Kaysan Showdown, and it's going to be a banger of a game and a banger of a series to get us underway. Shopify Rebellion wasn't the series they wanted previously against Optic. They got reverse swept, but they fought their way back through the elim bracket to have another opportunity, another stab at taking down the Green Wall. And with that sniper rifle, it's going to be game-changing. Let's see who gets their hands on it first.
Big opportunity for revenge here. As we said, while the reverse sweep was impressive, there's only going to be one winner here today, and that's the only thing people will be talking about for these next 2 weeks as we head into the first major. And ladies and gentlemen, we are underway. Your grand finals here at the Kaysan Showdown. It's going to be Shopify Rebellion versus Optic Game.
I just wonder if Frosty's going to go for the play that we've seen previously. It looked like he wanted to. He's going to grab it. Doesn't get to fire the bullet, though.
This is after they reverse swept them. Sorry. Onward.
Snipe side, heaven forbid. What a no-scope there, and it's a little bit of deja vu. Do not adjust your television sets. This man is up to his usual tricks. Frosty is right at home.
And off the back of those kills as well, it's not one power weapon, it's two. You can see the last shot, he's just looking, but a great little bait, little shoulder peek coming in from Legend and from Formal as well means that neither rocket connects. And that power weapon is down.
Nice.
Formal's going to now have the snipe in his hands. We've seen what this man can do.
Yeah!
Oh, sweet. This is what you can expect, everyone. This is the finals. This is what it means. Everybody's hitting their shots.
This is beautiful. Just to see this back and forth gameplay. Legend's the last player alive for Optic Gaming for just a moment. They're going to flush him out of bottom middle. That will be a clean 4 dead. Formal is your first spawner,
That's
but
terrible.
Already back and forth here as they try to push out elbow side.
Next part of the process here for Shopify Rebellion is get into that base, get that flag moving. It's 2 dead once again. As Frosty is probably calling to his teammates, if you can get a pull, run it elbow, run it window. I've got some angles to help you out on those spawners. Last shot, here's that call, and it looks like there might be a toss across the silver.
Goes for the silver toss. I think it makes it as well. It does. Beautifully done there. Frosty right away rotates front base.
This
and
dude
now going to try to
Frosty's
continue
so
to get damage. 2 are still dead. He should be able to get the fountain run.
That sounded kind of
Legend picks up 1, but I'm not sure there's anyone in position to cut down Frosty. Mocks his head on the geometry for just a second, but the first strike goes.
Wow.
The way of Shopify Rebellion. It is a clean run from them.
Beautifully done. Frosty right away identifies from the rocket. Gets the stick as well.
Oh.
Fantastic work from him. Will be 3 dead for Optic, 4 dead
No
in just a second
way.
round as your first spawner. Love the way the Frosty rotated immediately to front base as they go for that beautiful toss all the way to silver. And they continued slaying throughout, and that leads now to a 1-0 lead in favor of Shopify Rebellion.
I mean, so much to talk about the Frosty angle, like you say, that he takes. He jumps front base because they're unaware of where the spawns are going to be, right? Certain kills have happened on the map. He's trying to put himself in a position where as soon as a call out comes on where those spawners are coming, he can adjust his position as quickly as possible to be part of the fight again. It's so smart from Frosty to put himself in what, you know, traditionally might seem as bad position in a 4v4. But speaking of 4, it's going to be 4 dead here. Royal 2 off of the spawn though on the cave will manage to not only stop the flag run, but also allows teammates to spawn in and around that flag itself.
Yeah, you have the feeling. Frosty, by the way, stays alive just long enough on the flag to allow Royal 2 to spawn. You had the feeling they just didn't have the timing. They needed to maybe get a little bit, just one shot on Royal 2 in the cave as damage before they started that run. And on the other side, they respond right away. It's 3 dead for Optic. Shopify fights right out of their base.
A bit of a T2 combo opportunity here. Frosty is going to leave that sniper rifle though, because Last shot was trying to run that flag. Formal will shut it down momentarily.
Now he wants
And
it.
now Frosty, with the rockets gone.
Okay,
is
this
gonna
guy
pick up
needs
the
to
sniper
die.
rifle.
Things slow down just a bit here. Found knows he needs to stay alive. Going to continue the run.
A bit of an overextension run.
There
They
it
get
is.
the return as well, and all of a sudden, Optic out of nowhere. Strike back, it's 1-1. It's a
Nice.
sneaky pull that came in for them.
Good.
A lot of attention, understandably, on the power weapons and Frosty, but it's going to
that's
be
just unlucky.
Optic who take that opportunity with Frosty and the rest of Shopify Rebellion on the snipe side.
Are we playing
to run
Halo
it
this
down
stream?
into the trenches and run it elbow.
Yeah, it really tells you a
No,
lot.
I already-
about even
I
if the
already said
opponent
I'm
has
Prestige
both
grinded
rockets and
tonight.
then sniper on the sniper side of the map.
After
if you can
this,
cut
of
down those
course.
sight lines and really just
This
isolate
is
that
grand
player,
finals,
you're
Epic
able to still
Gaming.
run a flag, and that's
Green
exactly
wall.
what they do.
Takes you back to
We have to
Renegade on
support.
Splice. Right back in Halo 5, they were the team who started to overextend
Oh
with those
my.
runs on that elbow side. Legend
Oh,
is next.
Lord.
Royal 2 with the double kill. Formal is first
My
spawner.
God.
Imagine.
No!
With the triple and a
You
kill.
cannot let him do that
And he's
to
looking
you!
for the over as well. He bodies
Come
Renegade.
on!
Almost gets the over centimeters away, but are you kidding me with that shot on Formal?
Wow.
Beautifully done. It's another perfect kill. The flag goes in. My word.
I mean, he follows it up with the perfect. And we don't. That's not enough for us to get excited anymore.
Yeah.
Just beautiful, beautiful play from Royal 2. Just completely taken over the map.
I don't know what we did to deserve this level of competitive Halo in a fourth year for a game like Halo Infinite, but somehow we've got it, and it has already delivered unbelievable clips. 3 dead for the side of Shopify.
Rockets coming up in 5 seconds time. 7 minutes still left in this game, by the way. 1 flag to win here for Shopify. For Optic, it's going to have to be 2. Psycho in the 1v1.
Nice.
Legend is going to win that one.
Good win. Oh.
But Frosty immediately
Traded
turns
out.
1 kill into 2, cleaning out the damage that was left.
Last shot trying to get in.
3 dead.
Thinking about making this run happen. Baum was your only
3
player
dead.
alive. And now going to continue the run. Baum's still alive somewhere, and so far being a big pain on the run.
Okay, how's this guy
Stay
still
in
alive?
phase and try to get this
Oh!
finish. The
Oh
last shot takes him
my.
down. Frosty has rocks as well.
Frosty's got rocks. He's going to find one onto Formal as well. That's a double kill for him. It's 3 dead again. Legend last alive, and I'm thinking that Royal 2's going to get that kill. It's a clear run here.
Toss
Frosty can get it across the silver, taking no risk whatsoever. Shopify Rebellion are going to strike first here in this series. They win. Capture the flag here on Origin by 3-1.
And look at Frosty, the pop-off, right? Getting loud at the end of the game as well. And I think the stakes have been raised
Dang.
after that first series. I think everyone was kind of maybe coming into this day a little bit just kind of calm and confident. But instead, after getting, look at a last shot as well, determination. And you could tell that reverse sweep hit Shopify.
No surprise whatsoever. You know, but the best, I think, picture that we've had all day was the 2 teams alongside each other.
Yeah.
Optic having just won the series, popping off, and Shopify just heartbroken, devastated, not moving, not speaking.
In the end,
They're going to remember that.
Hey, Frosty 15-7. What did we say
Jeez.
last time we saw him in Origin? He went 15-8 in the game that they won. Never has a player been more at home, or as you said earlier, synonymous with a map in the entirety of competitive Halo. Frosty just up to Frosty. Things the only player on 4K damage in the game as well.
I mean,
Yeah,
Dr.
Frosty's
Construct,
good.
Ghost the Army, back in the day. Professor Pitt, as Wes called himself. It's an alt tag,
That-
by the way. I'm not giving him
don't-
that.
don't
by the way.
give him
I'm not encouraging it, but I'm just saying.
You're saying other players have tried.
I'm just saying.
I think other
We need
players
to
have,
come up with a name for Frosty and Origin, okay?
I'll work
We'll
on that
work on
one.
it. The major's a couple of weeks away. Might not be enough time for us, but we'll come up with something.
It was a lot easier when it was Call Me Frosty. You could just rhyme it and be done with it. But
It's true.
we'll do the work on the words. Here's
Okay,
the timing
map
I mean.
2, I
Look,
think
he
is
stays alive long
Slayer.
enough.
We
Gotta be
got
ready to
Slayer.
get
We
some
got
damage on
Slayer.
multi before that flag run starts. In the end, it was Optic Gaming able to get on the board through that run. But after that, it was really all she wrote this
run
sequence.
Oh.
And then look at this speed, the backflip. Oh my, but here it is.
This is
The nade from Formal, you just knew that Royal 2 was licking his lips, knowing he had to extend, and then he bodies Renegade,
Inches away.
and then just to finish it off, by the way, just walks in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shout out Richard Sims for the killing spree.
Honestly, depending on the timing of that elbow kill, not too far from attack, potentially. But in the end, the only thing they're going to worry about are those flags coming back home. And love what I'm seeing there from Shopify, because that was not just confidence on that game type and Frosty doing Frosty things. That was a statement, right? They are not happy about the reverse sweep, probably embarrassed by it, and knows that there's a lot to play for here. Big cash prize today and a lot of momentum on the season.
live fire
It's gonna be grabbed by the end
Slayer.
of the night. And they want
That
to
is
take
my
this and
map
not
and
have
mode
history
right there.
repeat itself to
You guys know that is
lose
my
to
map
Optic
and
Gaming
mode.
again in this bracket. Next up, Slayer on Livefire.
I mean, very similar pattern to what we saw in game number 1 of the previous series, though. I will say, it felt like a dominant performance in game 1 from Shopify, and then Optic kept it a little bit closer in that game 2, and then grew into the series. And we do have an elongated series here in our grand final, and Optic will know that. And I think Shopify also will know that. They cannot afford to count their chickens before they hatch.
I kind of want to play some Halo today. I'm kind of in that mood.
broadcast,
Yerd.
They can't. And right now, they have a lot of eggs. In this economy, that's huge.
In this country.
I don't know. Yeah, sorry.
It's still good.
I was going to say, you might not know what's going on
No, I know.
here.
I know.
And frankly, I'm sick of hearing about it. But I'm hearing Shopify Rebellion in Toronto has a stockpile of eggs, and they're not counting a single one before these things hatch. You mark my words. Those chickens will not cross the border. For other reasons, those chickens will not cross the border. But they're being slowly incubated in a climate-controlled environment, and no one's counting any chickens. Shopify, 3 games to go.
So this might be a bad time to say this, but I have to take a dump. And it is bad. Like, I'm what, 30, 40 minutes into this stream, and I already have to take a dump. Bad. I ate a lot of pizza before this, and I drank, while drinking 2 of these, in about like a 15-minute span, I have to, oh man, it's not going to be good. I may have to, I don't know.
Gaming can get out to an early lead. We know they need it.
Aggressive push on the cuts here from Shopify Rebellion. But really good nades actually from Formal, just back them down. But Royal 2 gets that first pick. Frosty gets the second, and surely that's just going to carve a path once again to that sniper rifle. Last shot's going to be challenging. He's going to get the help from Frosty, and hey, surprise, surprise. Bradley Bergstrom, he's got himself a sniper rifle.
Man, last shot was wiggly in the mud. Normally you'd find yourself getting the boots getting stuck.
How old is Formal?
He was ready for it. 2 kills do come
He's
across.
probably,
the
he has
side
to
of
be
Optic,
around the
so
same
now
age.
Frosty's gonna try to stay alive
Scum.
with the snipe in hand. 2 players on the other side of the map as the camo pops.
And Optic are going to know that they can't overextend for this camo because Frosty's going to have angles. He's going to have the opportunity to hit headshots. And that's why you're not seeing any real contesting going down on that.
Is 30 years old.
Excuse me. On the camo side of the map. Camo's picked up here by last shot. 6-3. Camo and snipe in their hands. Shopify in a great spot here.
Look at the way last shot's playing this.
This is
so slow, so deliberate, beautifully done.
Completely free.
They are so good at getting
Frosty got out with
camos.
that sniper rifle as well, and now Shopify control. Mid-map once more. Optic trapped in and around the tower.
Okay, guys, I'll be right back.
Really nice.
I'll be right back, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
Another one, maybe even
I'm
more.
sorry.
Finally gets taken down, but not before helping.
I'll keep it
3
playing
separate
for you,
kills
though.
with that camo. That now brings them into a 9-5 lead.
1 bullet for Frosty. More than enough for him to secure a headshot. Oh, you knew he was going to hit it. 1 bullet, 1 opportunity. The man strikes.
Let's not forget, they took Game 2 Slayer against Optic in that first series, but they, of course, infamously got reverse swept in the Game 5 Slayer. They're off to an early lead here at 10-7. Let's get into a listen in now with Shopify Rebellion.
Put her. So nice, you went for training. 3B, let me die. Cypher's out. 3B, gonna be hello, PB. No, I'm here. The other one went pillars to bottom mid, okay? Yeah. Let's go.
Quantum's up. He's late. Camo on 25.
Checking your cards.
Yeah, they have quantum. They have quantum. They're gonna make a move.
Come on, shot. Nice. Okay, screens, Matt. Behind screens, weak going in. Screens to camo.
Camo 4.
One shot top in.
Camo now.
I'm going in the vent. Let's get get out. We'll get to time out. We can Camo, watch your cuts. Screen on me. Okay, Slaughter. Okay, Slaughter's gonna die. Left person dies. I'm going. Slaughter, A point over you. Top it, one shot. Nice. Right. No, screens, Yuki are going to screens.
Snipe at 10. Huge snipe.
I want to believe it. I want to believe it. Surprise, your tower's good. Sniper, help me.
What's up? They're A.
I got the gate, one shot. Going low. If I win, one shot. want to keep her. Ask you keep her. I can't one shot. I'll be tire sniping, Kibo. Right bar. Absolute. Snipes down, tire. I'm running. One guy's like A.
Could be up big.
Tires now. Wait. Watch out, tires, guys. Watch out, Dominator. He's going Dominator. Dominator, Pillar. He's Pillar, Harry Potter. Nice.
Could be tower.
Well, as the game is tied up at 22-22, we've heard from the side of Shopify Rebellion. Let's jump into the Optic comms and see what they're like.
Yo, bind you, You're too bunny.
Watch your cuts.
One's the middle chasing one better thing. One chasing.
Coming. One check either.
Just nice to Tommy Tower.
One's like street. Yo, behind the street. Screen. Watch out.
Good step.
That's free.
Watch your cuts.
Bottom's up now.
Still cuts.
Here.
Still cuts.
I'm here, bud.
Jump here.
Yo, back me right now.
Watch out.
Yo, back me. Last guy.
Dumb ramp. Tires. Dummy door. Bottom mid.
That was last guy.
Spotting green. Back up.
One mid, roll 2
Yeah, nice, dude.
Yo, everyone shot. Two tires.
What's push? Yo, mud right now.
Tires 2 shot, last shot. Tires 2 shot, last shot.
Dude, after stars.
Two tires.
Yeah, one's gonna push me right now. Kind of stuck here. They don't
No.
Stop it. Recap plans. AB. One can be bigger right now. We gotta play a little tighter. Ready. It's too big.
Watch out big.
Hey.
Watch out top mid, roll 2 absolute guys on the
Shopify Rebellion with a 6-kill advantage as we come out to both sides of that listening. And Optic now on the back foot, but there's something you noticed about the Shopify listening you want to talk about.
Yeah, really impressive here to see Shopify pull away the way that they are. Of course, trailing earlier, and Optic Gaming started to get a lead, but Shopify, you can tell they have learned they need to make sure they don't give Optic any opportunity to get any lead whatsoever. Well, let's see how this camo plays out before we go back to that moment here. This is a big moment here for Royal 2 with only a 3-kill lead.
See the Optic are checking their corners. They know that he disappeared somewhere. Royal 2, though, he's going to be spotted out bottom middle, bound. Alongside Renegade will get that kill.
That's big.
And they take the camo down, but Bound now down to no shields. He's got to turn his attention from getting kills to surviving. Not going to be able to do so. Frosty chases him down.
38-34 now. Still just a 3-kill game as another one comes in for Optic Gaming. And let's focus here on this action because down to the wire, and Shopify has played this so well to make sure history does not repeat itself with late game aggression and perfection from Optic Gaming that we saw earlier.
15 seconds or so until that sniper comes up top middle. Whoever gets that might just win this game. Cycle, though, being so annoying, just peeking between those bandit shots, getting the shields ripped down as Renegade, but he keeps himself alive and he's got that plasma pistol still to play with.
Really important life here from Renegade. Does so well to stay alive. Now, just like that, the game is within 2. It was a 6-kill lead. It has been completely shut down.
Royal 2 grab that sniper rifle. You can see the Optic are trying to hunt him down. They don't want to let him get away with that. But last shot of Royal 2 come out of it with kills. Cycle's still alive on the tower. Legend finds 2. It's a 2-kill game here.
Frosty double!
Frosty with a double gets traded out by Legend, but it brings us within 5 of Shopify Rebellion closing this game out. But the game is only 3 kills between the two teams. Cycle finds that sniper rifle.
Big. Frosty staying alive in Rat and also getting the double to clear the way for the snipe grab is going to be huge. Now a 2-kill game, 46-44.
Opt to get a couple there. Opt to get a couple. Cycle running back to last shot. The snipe doesn't go up to him either. He's going to have to extend if he wants to grab that. Optic within 1.
A bit trapped here at tower. Frosty's in trouble. Somehow staying alive in this. World 2 trying to watch over his shoulder. But the nade comes in.
Former gets one.
I'm back. I tried to go as fast as I could.
It's 48 to 46. A complete turnaround in the last moments of this game. Cycle finds 1. It's now a 1-kill game once again. But where did that snipe go?
But, I mean,
did anyone manage to pick it up from a body? Or will it influence this game?
I got like 50%
Well, Bound gets another one
of
here.
dookie out of me.
1 kill to go for Optic Gaming. Somehow they pull off a comeback so far and leading by 2. No room for error for Shopify.
Shopify all trapped bottom middle at the moment.
But
Bound and Optic make the push, and it's 4 more who gets the 50th and ties the series up at 1-1. What a comeback that was from Optic.
Oh, no.
Or will it influence this game? Optic only need 1.
Well, Bound gets another one here. 1 kill to go for Optic Gaming. Somehow they pull off a comeback so far and leading by 2. No room for error for Shopify.
Did he see him?
All trapped bottom middle at the moment. Bound and Optic make the push, and it's 4 more who gets the 50th and ties the series up at 1-1. What a comeback that was from Optic.
What did we say? You cannot give them any room at all to bring a game back.
Are they in the
Heaven
same
forbid,
room?
in the late game? Let's not forget, it was 36-30 in favor of Shopify. On paper, every day of the week at this level of competitive Halo, that should be a win. There's no excuse for throwing away a 6-kill lead in the late game. Instead, it's Optic Gaming digging deep. How about getting the kill so that they cannot bring the snipe top tower? Last shot cannot get the snipe. They cannot get the angle. They trap the back tower, and they get all the kills that they needed off screen. Legend goes 16-11 in a game that they win by 3. A huge performance from him.
Legend really stepping up in these Slayer games. Look at the game 5. He was the one that was getting fired up as well as leading the way for Optic when it came to those stats. And the Frenchman again in this game 2 drags Optic back into the series 1-1 now. The early moments of the game, understandably, with Frosty POV again with that sniper rifle. Mid-game, Optic just started to kind of come back, keep it close, but it's the final moments of that game that are the difference maker. And I think you're right. We were watching last shot, trying to get back towards the snipe tower.
Wait, so Renegade or Legend is French?
Bound also doing so well because they were Eagle Line bottom mid and pillar door, but Bound actually flanks all the way to key. Here's the moment. 47-46 roll through the knife. He gets completely collapsed on. And after that, it's a nice 2-man push. Formal down, by the way. They peek Rat Tunnel in like a 2v2, maybe even a 2v3, but they still get the kill. And Optic Gaming ties it up 1-1, which, as we said, has been a key to success for them. As long as they can just keep this within reach, they have the edge, and so far they've done that. We're tied.
Okay, we're back to
going into game number 3.
So Legend is French?
Recharge next. Still got FaZe and SSG in the building watching this finals as well. They want to obviously learn as much as they can from the two teams who are playing right now in our grand finals. Ahead of the kickoff major in just a few weeks' time. 1-1 is where we find ourselves. If you're wondering what happened previously, this is how both teams got to this position. The winners final, go back and watch that series if you missed it. Optic Gaming with the reverse sweep.
Who's better? Who's better at their respective esport? As a Frenchman, who's better at their respective esport?
Now we find ourselves
Hydra
once again tied
or
up
Legend?
1-1. Nothing to split the two teams.
I'm telling you, the late game composure, it just seems too strong. And what I mean by that, if Slayers were to 75,
whoa, Formal using PEDs?
What you have in a 12-minute
Is Formal
Slayer
using
to 50 kills
PEDs?
is a certain number of rotations and opportunities and pushes, and that's kind of mathematically built into the game. And so far, Optic Gaming is showing that as long as you get to the late game, they're going to have a way back into it. And that's what continues to happen.
Was Formal just caught using
Shopify,
PEDs?
They need to just give no room. Absolutely no room, which is such a hard task against a team like Optic. And wouldn't have it any other way. Tied up so far going into game number 3.
Don't leak the DMs, Legend.
Don't do the arm thing again. This is a risky camera shot. You might do the thing. Okay, so far it's safe.
I'm just happy we moved away from Legend. I don't want the DMs being leaked on broadcast.
No, you can't.
No, that's
bad.
That'd be
that's
rough.
not.
It's not how you want it to happen. At least
even if the DMs aren't,
at least needs to get
even
hacked.
if the DMs aren't sus, you just can't. You know what I mean?
Just don't want it.
What are they talking about?
I just don't want what I sent it to be revealed.
What are they talking about?
Well, guess what? Here we don't have any eggs. You guys have good privacy standards in Europe, so it's two very different tales.
Yeah, we do. Strongholds is next.
We don't have privacy or eggs here. Now that I think about it. God. But we do have some damn good Halo here. Shopify and Optic Gaming.
We do indeed. We're going to move on to Recharge Strongholds next. This is going to be a very, very fast-paced game type. One of the fastest that we have on the circuit. Shock Rifle, of course, going to be there. Camo going to be there as well. And the camo has been a real difference maker. I feel like almost more weight is being put into the camo than previously because the Shock Rifle's little nerf. You know, Shock Rifle used to be able to take over games. With the angles that you could hold down at range with the no-scope ability.
So,
now the camo has a little bit more room to to be a bit more of an impactful power-up. With that shock being not quite as effective as it once was.
So here, oh my heavens, the beautiful grenade off the bank from Formal gets help on a cat as well. 2 dead for both sides. Cycle's going to jump in and try to make sure he continues to deal damage all the way. He's the last player alive in a momentary 1v2.
A and B are going to be flipped though, and he's still alive for a few seconds. Finally going to be taken out, and there's camo in the hands of the Frenchman Legend, who's, importantly, I think, going to be focusing on capturing the stronghold, maybe before thinking about picking up that shock rifle.
BNC now, still being held, and he's going to, like you said, take his time around gold, prioritize that. He's going to get the kill to make sure they even things up in terms of the slays, but it's pre-nated pretty heavily and needs to try to stay alive.
Nice.
No shields, no problem. Jumps back in, finally going to be taken down. It's 2v2 on the map for now. B, kind of 2/3 of the way to be converted. 3/4 even, I'll give them a little bit more benefit for Optic Gaming, and they do manage to turn it in their favor, but it's only going to be momentary scoring as Shopify have taken control of C.
Val knows he needs to stay alive here, wait for a little bit of help. Tries to deal some damage on the mid-bridge, and ideally goes pipes, but instead it's the Cycle last shot combo. The Young Guns fly into Whirlpool together to pick up that kill.
Yeah, a little bit uncharacteristic, the bandit shots coming in from Bound there. Not the cleanest that we're used to seeing in those 1v1 scenarios. B's being flipped right now by Shopify off the back of those kills they pick up, and Optic Gaming 3 dead. And even though Shopify only have a couple of players on the map, looking to push immediately in. I like this play from Royal 2, showing that aggression, taking Renegade on in the 1v1. Last shot arrives as he stays alive, and it will be A now being flipped by Shopify. They have A and B, this traditional setup where they can just watch each other's crosses.
Yeah, there's a momentary 1v1, but Royal 2 not only challenges top A, he gets a spawner as well, which helps him. So a really nice selection there in terms of the way to play that. They're going to continue holding AB, and they will continue scoring here at the 30-9 mark.
2 dead for Optic again. Bound going to be caught out on the grapple, but not before he takes down last shot. But we are seeing a triple cap start to be put in place here by Shopify Rebellion. The scoring is going to be going up extremely quickly, and with Cycle having himself a camo, he picks up a double, and he might be able to step in this stronghold as well. But smartly, this is the shield management I'm talking about. Most players would have dived in there, looked for that triple kill, takes the extra second. It means he's got more life to give, he's got more bullets to output, instead of just sitting in that respawn screen. He gets B eventually, he knows he has time on his side.
Agree, veteran play there. There's no need to push. Sure, he could have gotten the trip, sure they could have even maybe got a few more points on the board, but instead, why not get the reset, get the time? They already have the control and the spawns.
My gosh!
To continue dealing damage like this, and just like that, because he plays that patient play, they're up 88-9.
1v1 on the map again, by the way. It's going to be Bound. Oh, Frosty comes off the respawn though, and Bound just gets his shields clipped at the wrong time. If Frosty could pick up a kill here, it would be big. But even though Frosty goes down, he's bought enough time for B to be reset and C to be captured, and Optic haven't really left their spawn.
Just like that, 103-9. It starts to get out of hand off the back of that trip cap, and Cycle, he's already 10-5 in this game. What a start for them.
One thing to remind, what the shot? I didn't even see that player. He hit him through the stairs.
You even saw the frustration there. To be honest, I have no idea either. You even saw the frustration there on the side of Bound as he got taken down in the player cam. In the end, it's Shopify continuing to play the 2-cap perfectly until they get another 3 opportunity, which I have a feeling might not be too far away.
Brother. Come on.
World 2 just staying alive as long as he can. Finally, he's taken down as well. And maybe it's going to be an opportunity for a trip cap. Again, Formal gets the last kill, but
Bound is 4-7.
Still 4 dead.
So like everybody's negative on Optic right now.
One thing about this game type that I think every player and team knows at this point, though, is that even 100 points, 200 points isn't a death sentence.
And everybody's
this game
positive.
Type. You can really do exactly what Shopify have done on the Optic side if you get that 3-4 dead scenario. But the one problem is Frosty on a killing spree. I'm pretty sure they just grabbed that camo. Shopify are not giving them the opportunity to even up the numbers on the map.
I love that play from Frosty because it looked like it was an unnecessary shroud initially from the stacks angle, but he shrouds it, and there was 2 players coming Mangler Pit, Orange Door. That ensures that camo comes away for free, and they get an all 4 dead as well. Beautifully done, clinical stuff here once again from Shopify.
Great damage again from last shot. Picks up 1 kill, takes his shields down of another. That's going to stop the progress across the map here. Couple of shots being picked up by Bound on his cross, and Shopify are just picking them apart surgically. Optic Gaming at the moment, every time they try and step near a stronghold, Shopify are there. They've got info on Last Alive. Legend is trying to do what he can to pick up some damage, and he does a pretty damn good job of it. Double kill for him. He'll be able to get A, but C is already in the hands of Shopify.
That was not an easy 1v2. They will flip A, but as you said, C already flips as well. So we'll see if they can do it on BC. That's a big 1v1. And you just saw Legend get loud in the chat. That's 3 dead. And maybe an opportunity for them to climb back into this game, but they're trailing by 200.
Formal with another kill. This is the first time we've seen Optic really start to cycle spawns, start to cycle slays, where they've had the majority of numbers on the map. Cycle with a big kill himself, though. Legend trying to chase him down. That's a good nade that's just going to stop him from being able to challenge. And now he's got decisions to make. The spawners are coming in on the long haul.
Oh, unlucky.
Cycle's still here.
Reads it.
Legend stays alive, but as I say, the spawners are already here to help for Shopify Rebellion.
Don't forget, that was Cycle who also grenaded top control to make sure he didn't come there. So Cycle actually expects that routing and checks on bottom blue. It's a beautiful kill, but Formal still trying to make sure his team gets back on the board. They are scoring, and just about 30 points unanswered in the last sequence.
Royal 2 breaks through off spawn, manages to flip A. B's being converted as well, and off of Optic scoring, they go 3-4 dead, and it's a triple cap again for Shopify Rebellion. We're getting into the final potential stages of this game, and Last Shot gets another camo. Shopify have had almost every camo in this game, And you can also see the shock rifle is in their hands as well.
And I love the patience, once again, that they've been playing with. Blacl just taking his time. He isolates every angle when he has camo. Notice the way that he does this. He has never exposed himself during this entire life to 2 players at once. Really, really nicely done.
One thing I love about how he's playing this as well is even though C is being capped, he's letting them have it. Because he knows that a reset can come in on B. He knows that they're going to continue scoring if they hold 2 of these strongholds. And he knows that they can isolate fights.
Yep.
And turn strongholds back in their favor. It's great decision-making here from Larshot to play his life, but also know there's no need to die in these situations.
Yeah, really like kind of a fulcrum player there, right? He knew that he could just keep them at C. If they started A, he's going to just fly back because Camo gives you the luxury to just play like that on a dime. You can just turn and you can change your pivot there. And that's going to be the game. Beautifully done from Shopify.
Flawless, almost flawless.
Not good for
from
Optic.
start to finish, it was Shopify's game. Optic Gaming, again, it almost felt like SSG did a little bit earlier on. They could barely get on the map to have a 4v4 fight, let alone capture those strongholds. It is fantastic efficiency from Shopify Rebellion, and as we take a look at the stat, 250 to 39. We say that you can come back on that map, you can go on huge runs themselves, but Optic never had the chance.
They didn't, and that's the key, right? I think Shopify is very quickly understanding that just because you're up 195 to, say, 30, as we saw them actually up right around that kind of score line, you don't allow yourselves to go, for example, back-to-back 4 dead. All of a sudden it's a trip cap. All of a sudden they've gone on a 70-point run. You cannot allow this Optic Gaming team to do that, and I think Shopify is identifying that that is the key. You have to play relentless, non-stop aggression, get through the game. Like I said, that game was only about 7 minutes or so. You need to win games that fast, because as soon as you start to go the distance, that's when Optic finds exactly what they need to do. Don't give them the time.
Cycle, this play here, waits for damage. He knows, we were talking about like what sums up some of these newer players for people who are watching for the first time, right? And we came up like intelligence for Cycle. That is a perfect example of how intelligent a player he is. It might not seem like a massive play, but it's the knock-on effect from him surviving there, waiting for shields. He gets the double, but he knows there's a huge numbers advantage because he's done that. So he can afford to wait that extra 5 or 6 seconds before he re-engages, because everyone else in his team, he's given the information, they're going to do damage. And he can not only get the kill and reconvert, but then he's alive without trading, still
with camo
in the fight with camo.
And on top of that, I think there's another added bonus where, guess what? Their next spawner, right, is actually going to be 2 to 3 seconds later as well. So their next collapse is that much easier as well. So he has all the time to get across the map into control, and then they're fighting a momentary 4v2 for even longer. And it's just really a domino effect. And that's what we mean by this season as we get ready for this game number 3. This season, focus on when teams are playing this kind of lights out fast, just fly at you Halo, versus moments like that where you do take the second and you are patient and you buy yourself even more time. Shopify Rebellion with that dominating win is up 2-1 in the series. Next up, Nutribomb Aquarius, which will decide if we go to 2-2 or if we, in a very different way, go all the way to 3-1.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? I think we saw 2 examples of what we were talking about. Turret, right? Larshot is a turret. Think of that life that he had with the camo around C towards the end of that game. Did so much damage to different areas of the map, to different players on the map, without overextending, without trying to get a kill. He wasn't desperate for the kill because he knows if he outputs damage, the likes of Frosty, Royal 2, they're going to collapse on that damage. They're going to get those kills. His job is to make sure the players that they fight are weak enough that they could turn it into double kills, triple kills, without having to have that attention on them.
And it was so smart too. His vision cone only focused on one single sideline, and the rest of his body was isolated away from anyone else on the map. He only took momentary 1v1s and backed down every time to keep players weak, keep his shield, and when he needed to, with his camo still, fly back across mid, get back to A, and win the team fight. It was beautifully done. That sets us up now for game number 4 as we get ready for Neutral Bomb Aquarius.
A little bit of bomb. This one was a grueler.
So I actually do not know this game.
It's going to be the same here if someone is going to just find the little bit of magic they need to get that bomb armed and find themselves being a bit more aggressive than what we've seen previously. Camo is going to be picked up by Frosty again. It's another power-up going over to Shopify Rebellion.
They do find themselves too dead, though, so he knows he needs to play this slow. He's going to opt to sit table for a second and even maybe look for a top-mid angle just to work on the team shot. It's beautifully done. He knows there's a player in the back of the base.
A little bit of damage onto Frosty as well. Found. Gonna win his 1v1 there against Frosty. Last shot now. Just trying to keep an eye on that bomb. Such an important thing to do. A Cycle wins his ones down on car 1.
I like that play. They try to actually leave Renegade in util, and they try to kind of fast break to the other team's util. In the end, it doesn't work, but it's a low-risk play because all of a sudden the bomb's just sitting in your opponent's util, and you're going to have the time to reset.
Frosty under pressure here. Optic starting to creep forward with that bomb themselves. You saw Formal was moving it down car 1. Legend can't land the melee, which means Pink is going to be open, but Renegade is in position in the window here to help out Formal get these kills, but they can't get either of them. Frosty wins his, and Last Shot survives as well.
Really nicely done in the connector, and Last Shot gets all the way back and still stays alive, and they will get another staggered 2 dead, so that bomb will be moving.
Legend at least gets 1, which is going to slow down the progress just for a few moments. Royal 2 and Cycle are going to follow up on the damage. Formal's trying to flank car 1. He knows where the bomb is, but he's going to be cut down before he can even get a sightline. Bound is last alive, trapped in the back of the base. He's dead. The bomb is moving in. Respawn is already using their nades. This could be an arm going the way of Shopify Rebellion.
Ooh. Very good nades, though, coming in. In the end, we'll see if Frosty can get jump on it. He's probably going to try to finish here right away.
2v2. He's going to force Formal in. He's going for the arm. He's going to get it. He's going to get it. And that is going to be Shopify Rebellion scoring first here.
Even though Bound hits the front jump on the Pink side, in the end does not get there in time. And it's a very important first arm coming in from Shopify as they take a very early lead in the game.
First time Shopify get the bomb in the base, they plant. They execute. And their efficiency is something to be marveled from what we've seen from them so far in this tournament. Optic very much on the back foot, and 3 dead once again, but that bomb is still down bottom middle.
Been so impressed with this team so far. It's going to be another camo for Royal 2 with Shopify. They're starting another run. Let's see if they can do it. Let's get into a listen in with Shopify.
One guy, they're gen right now. The PWP. I see the fire. One guy on me.
There's one flag. There's one flag. There's one flag.
Wait, they're gonna spawn gen too. They're gonna spawn gen. Hard block here. I'm arming. They're nice. I can pick up window hop. Hold on. I'm one. Peter. Nice, we got it. 2 PW, one shot. Wait. Two flag. Stay alive, man. 2 flag right now going. They're gen. I'm going up front. What's that card? Dropped. One guy PT. One guy Irvin. Watch out, Legend. One guy P1.
Embarrassing.
In their engine, Matt. P2. Back to me, they're shocked. One guy bomb. Running. The other one that's shocked. Running. One guy, yeah, bottom mid running. Trying to get out while they're dead. Yeah, keep going. Go front.
Could be our man.
Well, Shopify Rebellion at the moment, they are just rolling 2 to the good in this bomb game type. 2 times have had that bomb inside of the Optic base, and 2 times it's been armed.
I mean, really flawless play. Also, I love the specific comms that you heard, right? They were playing calls saying they're going to be spawning back base and util, and the play was hard block util. They just sit there, they block it, they make sure they don't come in, they force the Pink angle, and in the end, they're arming again. Let's see what Legend can do on the other side of the map.
One player snuck in, but they're going to get Did they get the arm? They did indeed get the arm.
Which, it's the same as we saw in Fortress. It's the same as we saw with a 2-0 dominating game from Shopify. And Optic finds a way, by the way, another Legend arm again. Optic finds a way to answer back and get a sneaky arm.
However, how much did they expend? They've lost the camo. Again, that's going to be every single camo in the game so far going to the side of Shopify Rebellion. And the bomb was moving as well. They committed everything to that bomb plant.
Why are they so good at getting bombs, man?
Really interesting to see such a similar game type here, even with
not bombs, camos.
Uncharacteristically negative in this game type as well. It's really been so similar to the way we saw the first bomb game, but in this instance, we've got 7:50 left on the clock. Not over just yet. Let's see what Cycle can do with camo.
Look at this positioning from Cycle, by the way. He's putting himself in position where he can do damage but immediately escape. He cannot be the first death in this situation. 3 players damaged by Cycle. He's still alive. Now Shopify can move in. Now they can collapse. Now Cycle can take the 1v1. And with 4 dead, this might be the game. The bomb is arming. The desperation nades are coming in. Royal 2 is going to challenge. There's a bonk on the back of the head to finish things off. It's going to be 3-1. Shopify Rebellion are looking dominant, and they will be up 3-1 in the series.
And unsurprisingly had no interest in playing time in an Aqua Bomb like we saw on Fortress. Of course, it's a very different result. In the end, Optic Gaming able to get 1 on the board, but Shopify does not let up. They continue the aggression, and like you said, when you have Cycle on your shroom stairs, on your util bridge, just poking, prodding, and he can always disengage, it's going to be so hard to push out. At that point, you almost have to just choose 3 players to push out B-door and forget. You have to forget that player who's just absolutely causing havoc in your base.
11-6 for Cycle in that game. 11-7 for Last Shot. So the 2 youngsters stepping up. I think stepping up's actually unfair. You know, just playing at the level
just
that they
doing
have
the same
been.
thing.
Yeah, just playing at a level which we now expect of them.
Got to point out the game clock yet again. That game was only about 5 minutes, 15 seconds total elapsed. And in the end, Shopify is able to close it out comfortably at 3-1. And I mean it, if that game is right, if we're instead playing Bomb up to a higher score as we have in past Halos, right, it could be a very different game. Shopify, I think, is quickly realizing that you get the damage, you move in, you don't give Optic any room to do anything in any game, and now that gives them a series lead after that game type win as well. Score 3-1.
I mean, sometimes it's the simple things as well that you need to address as a team, right? When you're losing these kind of games, you can't let Shopify get every single camo.
Right.
Every single camo they had
was
effective
them all
as well. The way that they played it, they were so efficient with the use of that damage output from everyone that had that power up in their possession. And every time they got that bomb in the base, they armed. There was no disarms coming in. There was no throw of the bomb out of the base.
Yep.
From Optic Gaming, they just weren't able to. It was so well stacked inside of the base. Every angle held, every position held. It was, again, you watch that game back and it's very difficult to break down how Optic, not having those camos, were going to be able to fight off of the way that Shopify Rebellion were assaulting their base.
Absolutely, and this was what we talk about, the pinch. Just they take him down one by one, 3 dead, make it 4 dead, and that last one's going to come in. Of course, it's Cycle himself, right? It really tells you the staggering and the timing of those kills, that it's Cycle in the end who's actually the one arming, as he got so much of the distance and the kills slowly get rotated out. And now, just like
we
that,
have to win
Shopify
out.
Rebellion up 3-1 in the series as well. And now 1 game away from taking your championship here at the Kaysan Showdown.
Slayer Streaks is where we're going to head. Shopify Rebellion will know, though, in this series there's already been 1 Slayer and it did go the way of Optic Gaming. They will also know that when they thought they were going to win a series a little bit earlier, it did not end up being a Shopify
I believe,
Rebellion
though. I believe.
win. Optic Gaming were able to hit that reverse
I believe
sweep.
in the boys.
So still a lot of work to do for the gentleman on your screen right now. Frosty also apparently can disappear. It's not just a contortionist.
I said it was, what I saw was alien, and I'm not surprised.
We need a DNA check.
And I'm not surprised that he can also teleport. That's all I'm saying. It feels like he's teleporting around the map.
It really does. I mean, for Optic, I'm sure it does at the moment. The way that he's moving around the map. What do you think Optic got to do, though, to get back into this? So it's a Slayer, which they've shown they can win. I mean, they've shown they can win the majority of game types, but I think the fact that we aren't going into another... The objectives have been very one-sided in this series so far.
Yeah, they really have.
They've been very dominant from Shopify Rebellion.
I think Shopify took a lot from that first series, and I'm pretty impressed that only in that amount of time, and we're talking, by the way, of only a few hours of time, the fact that Shopify has been able to bounce back this quickly and closing out games so much earlier than they did in the first series. Let's not forget, at the end of every single game, even in the reverse sweep, games 1 and 2 included, Optic almost came back in both of them. Shopify has not let that happen here, and they know exactly what's going on. I think Optic Gaming is the same key to victory as we saw in the first series.
You know?
Simply stay toe-to-toe throughout the entirety of the game and or come out with a huge lead. Just simply don't have to play catch-up. It's just too straining in terms of what you have to do in the game.
Is the blue glass bottle of water behind them anything to do with their success in this series?
Hey, I don't comment.
They have a bottle of
memes.
Saratoga water.
So that's all I'm going to say.
There's not a lot we can take away from them, let's be honest. Here we go then, Slayer. On streets, 50 kills to win. This is a chance for Shopify Rebellion to solidify themselves as not just the first seed going into the major, but the hard favorite going into the major as well by taking down Optic Gaming in this final. 4-1 would be a scoreline they would be very, very happy to walk away with.
We did get word that B-Man actually baptized each of them in that blue water before the series, and so far...
I'm not going to say what he was doing with the banana.
And so far, it has shown in the scoreboard. Shopify now up 3-1, 1 game away from closing out your grand final here. Can Optic Gaming do it again? It would need to be another unbelievable one from them to close out the grand final. Everything to play for here. We're underway.
First things first, I think, for the side of Optic Gaming is just control power-ups better. And off the break here, the opening strategy is superior for Shopify Rebellion. 4-1 up, Stalker Rifle in the hands of Frosty, and Cycle has a free run on that camo once again. So they get the camo again. They have all the power on the map.
Once again, patient play. Frosty knows he doesn't over... Oh!
Nice!
Formal gets a back whack on camo. And that's going to slow down what looked like it was going to be a guaranteed runaway lead. Still Shopify up 7-2, though.
7-2, and Legend is about to fall as well, so it's going to be 8-3. Somehow, Renegade is in a position where he can exchange. Frosty
Stays
has
alive.
absolutely no right whatsoever to survive as long as he did. But by doing so, Cycle now has a flank, and he's able to pick that kill up, 10-5.
10-5, still Carnage at bottom mid. You see Legend and Last Shot gonna pass each other really quickly as those benches kills not traded out. Somehow Last Shot stays alive in the end, and it stays 11-6.
Formal does have that Stalker, but now it's going to be Cycle who picks it up. Still got that Repulse, does big damage as well. Renegade trying to stay alive around the pillars. There's going to be one hit for Will too. Frosty, with that Commando in his hands, manages to put another one on the board, 14-9. Legend going to be taken down again. I've seen Legend just caught out on his own a few times so far in this game. 1-4 to start with.
16-10 now. And Shopify continuing to maintain that lead that, you know they need that, for example, to hold on. At least stay one full Slay rotation over Optic Gaming. That will be continued. Oh my, take a look at that player cam. Frosty taken down. The former teammate, now opponent in Renegade. That will also allow him to grab Camo.
Shroud goes down, Camo's picked up. Frosty can now have a little bit of fun. It's an 8-kill advantage. As Legend is going to be pinged and taken down smartly by Frosty. I love the way that he didn't shoot initially. He knew he was going to be able to play off of damage from the position of his teammates. And that means, again, he can re-engage. Full shield, full camo. And with all of Optic in front of him, he puts one in the kneecap of Bound as well.
I was going to say, if you were watching the bottom right, you saw him switch to spikes as well. And these guys are popping off and hyped. They're up 23-15. Let's get into another listening with Shopify Rebellion.
Nice. Two more. I'm jiggling. Yeah,
Tires.
Plants right now. One hit plants.
Two tires. Two tires. Max. Nice. Dead end of PD. Dead end P. Could be A.
Dead end PD.
Could be A hiding.
No. We did the Target right now. Yeah. Oh my god.
Holy fuck.
PD, watch out. PD again. Have a jump. On your mat. Trade. Nice. I just want to see what your pointers.
Yeah, you got nades?
Yo, I'm getting up E. Yo, check soccer, Preston. Give me back. Wait, I just want to see you. Yo. Brad, I'm here. We can walk. Come to me. I'm here. See back. Yeah, we're coming back.
Agent.
2 weak. Yo, 3 on me. They're weak.
Back. Smoke. Dead scammer.
Another
scammer. Dead.
Heaven to Father.
Be serious.
Go to P1 and hide. Be dead.
Nice.
Okay, back on me.
Gonna be on your way. I think we're splitting them.
Dead. Drop it. Three.
Watch the split.
Two.
He's
I'll go team.
Game out 20 guys.
Maybe don't know.
You can hear from the listening, you can hear the energy. They know how close they are to closing this out. Shopify Rebellion are fired up in this game.
Also, I love how you can just get you a team that can do both. They're all popping off, and you just hear B-Man quietly in the background. Camo 120. Just absolutely beautiful that this team can pop off in comms and just be leading by 10, screaming at each other and hyped. More hype than you can imagine, and they're also just still in control of the game type fully. They still lead.
I love that run from Last Shot, by the way. Like, the shots that he hit, not easy shots to hit. You know, when you're half shielded and you're fighting a player who's on those B stairs, not easy angles, but he's perfect with every bullet that he fires. Only Renegade on the side of Optic really with anything to smile about at the moment. 12-8 for him, but everybody else in the neck.
Camo gets away though, Legend able to grab it, and this game is not over just yet. We'll start to see if that starts to become the case, but they could try to mount something. Let's see if they could do it and stay alive.
Legend got a lot of responsibility here though. Last Shot going to be challenging him. Stays alive, Last Shot as well. And in the meantime, Cycle finds 2 kills of his own. Renegade will trade one out. Frosty gets shields taken down, but Legend just can't find weak targets to play off of damage at the moment. He's the damage dealer. Finally gets one. And it's a 7-kill game now. Shopify only need 10. But Optic have given themselves a lifeline.
Shopify does well to make sure that's essentially a 3-2 trade against the Camo, which they will take in this scenario, of course, with a 7-kill lead. Let's see if they can play the slow Halo they need to bring this game back, but so far, first kill once again goes to Shopify.
Just got a trade at this point, and you can call yourself champion spot, Shopify. Renegade and Legend will find some, though. That's going to be 4 dead, and a Stalker was down as well, and Last Shot ain't moving.
Needed the trades, did not get him. And what did we say? Even though it was just a 7-kill game, just like that,
oh my goodness,
it is now a 4-kill game. It is not over just yet.
Come on.
Oh my goodness, Optic are more than back into this. Last Shot versus Formal. Renegade finds another one. It's a 2-kill game. This was
oh my goodness.
Game just a few moments ago. Optic have found something out of somewhere. And for Shopify Rebellion, the demons that they just had to encounter in that reverse sweep. Maybe they ruined their head again.
It's a 1-kill game!
What do we say? Don't let these games go the distance. Don't let them keep it close. Amazing discipline from Optic Gaming. They were trailing by 7. And now
tie game!
Oh, they do not get the kill on Cycle, though. That was a big moment. 45
okay, now it's a
42 as a
2-kill
result.
game.
However, Renegade stays alive with
1, 2.
45-43, game in his hands here. Tournament life on the line.
2 kills the difference. Frosty trying to survive. Frosty will be taken down by Bound, and again, Renegade plays his life so important.
Oh my gosh, it's tied!
At 45-45.
Absolutely unbelievable.
Come on.
Neck and neck here, and all it takes is one last Slay rotation. 46.
No way.
Renegade needs to stay alive and get an angle. Camo about to dissipate.
Yeah, this is the thing. He knows that the Camo's about
yes.
to disappear. He's got to make a play.
Yes!
And make a play he does. Optic are into the lead. They were down by 10.
Stays alive on the Commando as well. They still have numbers here. In
oh my gosh.
48 to 46. 2 kills to go for Optic.
Formal finds another one that puts them within 2 of an amazing comeback here. Frosty finds one himself though. Frosty goes.
Oh my gosh!
Again, last player's legend.
Holy shit!
Kill, and somehow, some way.
Oh my gosh!
Optic turned that game around. And
what just happened?
Halo in this series yet.
This game was 36 to 26. And I'm pretty sure
it's a 10-kill comeback.
Identically same thing in the first series. Look how fired up this Optic game. Look at the look on Formal's face.
Unfazed!
This dude is not messing around. What a comeback. Go all the way back to the camo grab. By the way, Renegade goes 20-8. Positive 12 in a game, they win by 3.
Wow.
Unbelievable numbers and unbelievable composure.
20-8.
From
Renegade
Gaming. They were trailing
was a
man on right
mission.
around 38 to 30. And it had to be perfect camo play from Legend. It had to be discipline. It had to be another camo grab. It had to be the 4 dead. And they steal the game out from Shopify Rebellion in a game that we were sure was going to be the final game of the evening and the tournament.
And what's the turning point? Optic finally get a camo. Finally get one of the power-ups on the map and put it to use. That gave them the chance. It gave them the first 3 or 4 dead. And then the way that they were able to just not trade.
This play from Renegade here.
This is a fascinating play, right? Because we're both thinking his camo is going to go at some point. And Renegade's going, I know, my camo is going to go at some point. I need to make a play now. Otherwise, we're not going to get the maximum effect out of this power-up. He makes the play.
Look
and
at the
off at the back of it.
You can see what it means to them. You saw what it meant to Shopify as they pop off in game number 1 alone. But now it's Optic backs against the wall with an unbelievable comeback. And it is, we identified it early on. We've seen it online leading up till now. But it's never been truer. I'm telling you, Shopify is so badly wishing that Slayers ended at 40, right? Because they would have won that game 40 to 26 or so. In the end, it's Optic Gaming with unreal late game composure, camo grabs, team shots, and keeping their shields for the perfect push and collapse. 50-47, your final score. We're not done yet.
The reaction from Royal 2, I think, said it all. I think he just kind of like gave a little kiss of the teeth after that one was done. He's like, well, that was bad. And I think there's not really anything else you can say. It's brilliance from Optic. But on the Shopify side, it's a collapse. Series goes on. Shopify still find themselves 1 game away from being champions, but Optic now have momentum. Optic now have something to fight for. And as we head to King of the Hill Solitude, that first hill could be massive.
Let us not forget the last time we saw these two play this map, right? It was Optic Gaming completing the reverse sweep in a dominant Game 5 Slayer. And now with all the momentum in the world, and as you saw, I would just call it straight up fierceness on the look of Formal. Not only did they pop off, but Formal looked like he was ready to keep playing Halo. I guess is the PG way that I could say it.
Ready to be violent in-game.
Yes.
Well, here is that man, the picture of violence. Let's see if he can bring that violence in this next game. And tie it up.
Formal's so
and send
tough,
it to
dude.
A final 7th game of the series. Camo burn. Legend with a double.
Last shot, last player alive. It's an early advantage here for Optic Gaming. Is there? Oh my! Last shot says actually let's make it a quick momentary 1v1 and shuts down the hill control immediately. That's a big play off the opening.
Every play is going to be under the magnifying glass now, right? Yep. Every single shot that's fired is going to mean so much in that butterfly effect of how this game goes.
I mean, when you have games ending the way they have been, you're saying you set it up perfectly. I couldn't say it any better. Every kill in the mid game of all of these games has been a huge deal. About when you have a game like that where a team comes back from any kill deficit, it's unbelievable. Optic Gaming is 3 dead. They're going to look to continue this on the posters as well as Soda Trap. Everyone's trapped on this side of the map, and so far already 50% of the way done on your first hill.
Yeah, Optic controlling this hill, and everybody from Shopify trapped on the snipe side, and Formal is just dealing damage. So many shots being received by Shopify Rebellion members. They can't get near this hill at the moment. Last shot's going to be weak. Last shot doesn't matter that he's weak. He stays alive. Royal 2 is there. Cycle keeps him alive, and somehow Shopify Rebellion break.
You know, Formal thought he might be able to go bottom mid, and probably 9 times out of 10, Formal goes bottom mid, wins the U-turn kill, and finishes the truck kill, but that doesn't happen this time. So Shopify trying to stay alive on this first hill, but a lot of work to be done.
But now Optic find themselves trapped in and around Tram. Legend's going to have a little poke from driveway. Bound flies in. It's going to be trades across the board at the moment. They want to try and take down Legend here on the LR. Will be able to do so, but Legend does get a trade onto Frosty. Formal jumps in that hill. Wow. Great shots. Fantastic, almost perfect shots coming in from Royal 2, and he stays alive, most importantly.
So obnoxious from Royal 2. Great pre-nade off of the LR to make sure he gets the kill on the LR player while dodging glass the entire time.
Comes back to get another kill, all because he stays alive in that situation. Now he's dealing damage to Formal, and look at that bottom hill. Look at the progress on either side. We're essentially tied up now.
Look at this grab. Nice job, Royal 2. Doesn't even take any damage on the grab. So carefully grabs this. Now just going to try to grab a little bit more time. They've already got the man advantage in the Slay department.
And now you can see Optic are a little bit panicked because they know there's a camo player somewhere. He will be spotted out. Bound stays alive just long enough, but also Royal 2 stays alive long enough.
Look at the hill.
So that he can re-engage.
Look at the hill.
Everyone's flying in. Royal 2 needs to get back in this hill. The repulse isn't going to be used. It's a trade.
Look at
Formal is there. He gets the double kill, and it will be Optic who strike first. Pixels is separating these teams.
I have never seen a hill that close on your opening King of the Hill. Unbelievable back and forth. It felt like they had it. They had camo control bottom mid. Shopify able to get the kills as well, but in the end, it's perfect timing. They got the trade they needed. Formal stays alive on the truck spawn. He gets the first hill, and my God, is that ever huge for Optic Gaming.
Well, it's 3 dead for Optic. But like you say, it's huge for Optic. They get that point on the board. Now they have time on their side. They have a lead on their side, and they have Formal taking down Frosty with that shock rifle as well. Last shot trying to double up here with Cycle, who has that thrust in and around the hill.
There's a number of reasons that that's such a big hill. One, it keeps the momentum going for Optic Gaming, and we just saw what they're bringing into this game. Formal picks up another one. That's what I mean. The triple kill killing spree comes in as well. And they've got 3 dead. They're going to go ahead and take out the last player in the hill as well. And they might just do it again to take this second hill. Huge, huge momentum still in their favor.
Renegade already up the map as well. Just saw the bandit poking out from last shot here. And in the words of Wes Price, you poke, I teach.
Might do it again. Oh.
He stuck him. He stuck him. Formal nonchalant on the way that he just picks up that stick. Shopify Rebellion cannot get out of blue at the moment. Optic are going to take this second hill. No one is close enough. It's going to be 2-0 to Optic.
We meant it when we said do not give Optic any opportunity, because not only will they take the last game, but they'll bring all that momentum into the next game as well. 2-0 in favor of Optic Gaming, looking to force a game number 7.
Well, finally, it feels like Shopify have got a few kills on their side. Legend, he gets perfected. 5 perfect shots from last shot. And with the kills starting to go their way, they can get a little bit of time here. Frosty picks up another one. Renegade takes a bit more damage. Everybody spawning on the snipe side. Bounce trying to kind of work his way in and around that truck to be a nuisance, but Shopify know exactly where they are, and they're getting pounded at the moment. Optic on the spawn.
Let's see if they can collapse here. Bound is not able to stay alive, which would have been huge. Dodges from hotel to truck. They get another kill, and it's going to be a staggered set of kills. These are very important and very well-timed kills for Shopify. They'll continue scoring.
Yeah, this is looking like it could be a perfect hill for Shopify if Optic aren't careful about it, and they could wrestle some momentum away. After a heartbreaking first hill, after a second hill they couldn't get near, they're showing they're still in this series themselves.
Here's the question. This hill is certainly going to go. It does to Shopify. Just like that, it's 2-1. How does Optic Gaming bounce back? Can they take a breath here and reset? Make sure they do not let this game slip away. However, Shopify is looking to continue applying the pressure.
Yeah, they've won the rotate as well. Here's Shopify Rebellion. And they're starting to win their individuals as well. Another one going to be one. Assist picked up as well. Legend last alive for Optic Gaming, and he is nowhere near that hill. It's a third of the time already. eaten up here by Shopify Rebellion.
Really nice stuff from Shopify to make sure that this game not only stayed within reason, but also got wrestled right back into their control. This next camo is huge, coming up 10 seconds.
Camo and shot coming up at the same time here. But we might be heading towards both of those power weapons and power-ups being picked up as Shopify Rebellion tie this game up at 2-2. Formal taken down by last shot. He's starting to flow a little bit here as well. Legend on the blue window trying to get an angle, but it is going to be 2-2. The camo is still up top middle.
Hits his head on the geometry accidentally, which might give a free camo to Optic. Does that change how this game goes? That's the question.
Optic do get the camo. They do get the camo, and it's Renegade who gets it. Shopify Rebellion 3 dead. Royal 2 no shields. It's going to be 4 dead surely in a few moments as Renegade finds the final member.
That was a guaranteed free camo for last shot. Unfortunately, it hits his head and falls down bottom middle immediately. Is that something we're going to come back to watch here? They spot out Renegade immediately, though.
He gets a stick, though. He still takes one to the grave. Even though there's 3 players surrounding him.
They were ready for that, man, the yard VR push. He thought he was going to get behind him. They have to go right now. Shopify, here's the push.
So much time left in this game, by the way. Formal inside with that shock rifle.
Imagine.
Last shot. Knows Legend's in front of him. No damage been done for him. Has to reload. Not going to be able to. Gets the beat down, but Legend is alive and Bound is inside of that hill as well. And Optic, they're going to go into a lead now. It's 3-2, and there's still over 3 minutes of game time left.
I was going to say the same thing. So much time on the game clock. Unbelievable there that the camo would fall the way that it did. It could be a very different game. However, now we got to focus up on the bottom middle hill here. Off the first rotation, Optic Gaming leading 3-2. Only one more hill before they close it out.
And think about how close this first hill was, right? If that happens again, it could be the difference between us going to a game 7 or Shopify being champions if it goes down to those pixels. Optic want to send this the distance. Formal's got himself a shot.
It's still 2 dead. If they get another opening damage here and another pick, this could actually be the hill. They already have 40% of the progress done.
Enemy team took the hill.
Bound and Frosty gonna trade out. Formal
2v2,
who cleared out the final members on that bottom middle hill last time. Bit of a warning shot, has to repulse back up towards top middle just to stay alive long enough for the rest of his team to get involved. Oh, Formal! Nasty shot from him, but Optic are 2 dead and
Dude, Formal is so tough, man.
2 dead and a long way to go. Optic Gaming needs to realize they already have 50% progress. Take a second to reset, but right now Shopify knows they don't even want to give him the room, give him the opportunity.
You got split spawns as well here, Shopify. Optic spawning in and around that snipe tower. Camo is back up at the moment. Renegade's making a desperate play for it. Cycle doesn't want to give this kill away. Had to reload though. And now Renegade's still on the silo.
He's going to get camo as well.
He's going to get the camo.
Nice.
Little things not adding up for Shopify Rebellion.
One more.
3 dead. Renegade inside of that hill with the camo. Royal 2 no shields. Optic are getting closer and closer to sending us the distance.
Renegade is going to play his life here. He's going to get out. He's going to slay again as they lose the first player. But now, like you said, only 25% progress left before they close out the game.
Get a couple kills.
2 dead on the side of Shopify Rebellion. But they are still in that hill. They are forcing Optic to come to them. Renegade finds another one. That's going to be his 13th kill of the game.
Beautifully done.
Bound there as well. 2 still in the death screen here for Shopify Rebellion, and Optic standing tall inside of this hill. Formal finds another one. Frosty tries to get in there. They're not going to be able to, and we are going the distance here.
The green wall,
Game
baby.
7.
Dude, unbelievable sequence of events. And I'm not kidding. I think after last shot misses that free camo top mid when he had the angles, I think they got checked. You started to see a lot of kills coming in there for the side of Optic Gaming. And man, did we ever get what we came for. Shopify versus Optic. And Optic doing it again. It's not quite the same in terms of the ordering of their wins, but guess what? They force a game number 7. With a 4-2 win in the end. This has, and what did we say? Do not, this game went, you can't give them any room in these games.
Green!
They will take a mile.
Whoa!
And that's exactly
green.
Unbelievable series. We're going to a game 7.
And who is the man who is the catalyst for Optic when they need him most? Legend, again, leading the way for kills, leading the way for damage when Optic have their backs against the wall. It is the Frenchman who steps up and shows the most ice out of everyone.
This play, unbelievable. Look, they've got 2 dead. They've got camo and hill. Look at the hill progress. This is unbelievable from Legend and Bound. Bound stays alive to trade. Formal off the truck. Look at Frosty about to finish it. Unbelievable, man. Every single hill delivered in this game. This is already one of my favorite series I've casted in Infinite, and we're only at a preview LAN event. This play from Formal to stay alive as well to get the triple.
It's so crazy. There's like a nasty play like that from Formal, and it's like, that's the standard.
Yeah.
That's the standard now. That's what we expect. And all that's going to do is give you like 25% on the hill. That's how good it is. Enjoy it if you're watching right now, wherever you're watching.
Here's the play.
Enjoy it.
Look, they have the slays. Last shot's forced to drop, and players start to fall. Free camo there for Optic Gaming. And they just start to run away with it. We were tied 2-2 at that point, but you cannot give a free one to Renegade. Formal just kept going.
Oh. We saw when this game type first came in, by the way, games finishing 1-0.
Yes. My, how things have changed.
Not anymore. There is still so much time on that game clock. But one thing that we can say is there is not much time left in this series.
It's Slayer again? Okay, so we've won both Slayers this series.
For the second time.
We've won both Slayers, so we're on a good path here.
This game is done and dusted. We
I
will
see
finally be able to announce who is our champion here at the Kaysan Showdown.
Look at the margins once again. Every game Shopify wins, they're blowout wins. Every game that we see Optic win, they are late game comebacks. The Slayers are identical, by the way, both 50-47 comebacks. As well as now that 4-2 King of the Hill Solitude win.
That's Slayer Streets.
Jeez, man. This series has delivered. This year has delivered, and these rosters have delivered.
It's only just begun. That's the wonderful thing, right?
It's a beautiful thing.
It really is a beautiful thing. And now, we still have another game in front of us as we are tied up at 3-3.
Go!
I love the fact our final game is Origin.
Only fitting. Where we began this series is where we will end it. And the question is, Frosty, on our main stage here, undefeated today on this map.
Can
you do it again?
Let me try something for you here. The Oracle
is Faceman really a top?
The Oracle of Origin.
Of Origin.
Yeah.
Thank God you're here.
Oh, no problem. There's that man on your screen there. Shopify with a lot to think about from these past two game types. The question is, how are they icing up? How are they maintaining their focus as they get ready for the 7th and guaranteed final game of the series? But I tell you what, one team is going to go home not only with a bunch of cash and huge amounts of momentum for these next 2 weeks, but the other team is going to go home with their heads held low and a lot to think about for 2 weeks. I'm going to shoot it to you straight.
That's fair. It's completely fair, especially if it happens in this way. If Optic pull this off, it will not be the first time that they would have sent a crushing blow to Shopify Rebellion before the season's even got underway. It will be the second time. And arguably, this one would be even more devastating, not just because it's a final, but the way that Optic came back in that Slayer.
Dude, I mean,
the series was done.
Down by 7.
The series was
done.
Late
game, down by 7.
They had no right to win that game. And Shopify are sitting there going, guys, we've won.
Yep.
With just a few more kills to go. And now they find themselves going, guys, A, why are we still here? B, how are we about to come in second?
Unreal, to be honest. When we were,
they've got to step up here. They got to find a way to win.
And not just, it does not need to be kind of keep it pace with Optic. It needs to be the best Halo they've played all day and so far, without a doubt. And you have to think, when we called it, when it was about a 7-kill lead for Shopify, we meant it when we said this is the last chance for Optic to stay alive in this tournament. And I think if anyone had to put money on that, they would have bet that this thing was over. Shopify players included, and that was not the case. Optic, we know we've been saying they're capable of it, but my God, are they ever proving to us that they can dig deeper than maybe any team we've seen so far in the league in Infinite? And just pulling wins out of areas where there really shouldn't be anything. We can't even talk about them.
Not on broadcast.
The nether regions.
Not on broadcast.
The depths.
One thing that's good, though, that I am enjoying about this little preview of Shopify Rebellion here, still some smiles. Someone's cracked wires here. Someone has lifted the spirits a little bit, because
they need it.
It would be understandable if everybody had a face like Thunder at this point, after what they've just experienced in those last 2 games.
Speaking of faces like Thunder, how about... the look on Formal's face was honestly terrifying.
Yes.
When they had made that Slayer Streets comeback, it was like, oh no. Look at him now still. They have unlocked a different tier of Formal. He's mad, and he's about to put some wins on the board.
If I was his teammates right now, I was like, we best win. I don't want to know what happens if we don't.
Man, what a turn. We knew this tournament was going to be incredible. We were so stoked to come out here and see these teams debut on LAN, but This is the best thing we could have asked for. Unbelievable storylines already.
This is more than anyone could have asked for. No one saw this coming. Everyone knew it would be a great series, but no one knew it would go
exactly
the distance.
Like
50 kills to win. One of the newest maps in the Halo Championship Series, but one that is steeped with history in the Halo Championship Series. Shopify Rebellion, Optic Gaming, Game 7, Grand Finals. Who is taking home the Kaysan Showdown?
This is for everything. One game for a whole lot of money, as well as we said, pride, momentum, respect in the league going into your season opener in just 2 weeks' time. So much to play for here, and we are underway. Ladies and gents, at game number 7. It's been amazing to have you with us here. Tied up 3-3.
Let's go
to settle the score.
And will the Oracle of Origin step up? Frosty once again to be the difference maker. 2 dead on the side of Optic to start this off.
Yeah, this dude Frosty's
Formal
moving.
and Legend will answer back though. 2-2 off the break.
A little bit of fighting grass here. Frosty knows he needs to stay alive. You hear rockets in the background. That's going to be a cycle grab with a rocket launcher. 1 rocket to play with.
I think he actually used both of those, so no more
Nice.
with 4 cycle. Last shot going to trade out. It's 5-4. Optic have a slender lead. Nobody able to get their hands on that sniper rifle as yet.
Oh.
Royal 2 with the thrust though. Turns it around on Renegade.
We talk about the jiggles. We talk about the wiggles. That one goes into both categories. Beautiful thrust there. And now maybe going to provide an opportunity for the first sniper grab of the game. Yes, indeed. Essentially tied up here at the 5 kill mark.
Royal 2 going to get away with it. That triple that he hit right at the start of the series, which feels like a lifetime ago. One of the highlight plays of this grand final, but this will be the one that he'll remember. If you can make big plays with this sniper rifle in a final game of the finals itself, that's the one that really matters.
I think it's the first time we've seen.
Oh, he just killed his. Oh, he almost killed his own teammate.
On the elbow, and now going to provide an opportunity for maybe a collapse to come in from Optic Gaming as they start to take just a lead for just a second, but tries to play the snipe.
Grab that sniper.
The rifle will go off the edge of the map. Legend, no power weapon to be found, but they will.
Good, no one has
the lead with them.
10-8 then. Frosty the Hogue, incredible shots from him. From the snipe side of the map over to that rocket street. Formal finds another one himself. 1 kill between the 2 teams. Frosty versus Renegade. Renegade wins his ones, but it's a 2v2 on the map at the moment. He's going to have to wait for his shields.
2 kill game.
Lead here for Optic, 13-11. This is exactly what you want to see if you're a green wall.
All right.
Damage there from Renegade was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, that was almost a 2-piece.
Try to come in and
Nice!
Legend with a very key thrust to win that one to make it 15-12.
Legend's still alive as well. Finally taken down by Royal 2. He'll collect that thrust. Still 2 thrusts to play with. Frosty will get the kill onto Bound. 16-15. There has not been more than a 2-kill lead so far in this game.
Things slow down now to a crawl. It's a good opportunity, I think, here at a standoff at the 16-kill mark. Let's go to a listening with Optic Gaming.
I got time. You look at me.
Red maze in. One
Red maze,
one grass. 2 shot red. Red blue BR. Kill blue BR. Red BR. Frosty.
Nice.
Red BR. Frosty. Top cat Frosty weak. Our side cat weak.
Oh, that's just unlucky. Oh, they're in the lead now.
Don't show face on stuff. It's a window, John. It's a window.
Blue
flag. Go back. That's one red, guys. Nice. We can pitch.
Right here, blue flag, John. Watch out. He's rockets, one blue.
Nice. Is that formal? Was that formal?
Blue came on me.
He's on the flag, John.
Oh. Yeah, bad time. It's still a 1 kill game. Okay, tied up. Okay, 1 kill. 2. Yeah, it's just unlucky.
They have a snipe still.
Red window.
Don't have much.
I mean, that listening tells us everything we needed to know about how much this means and how exciting this season is going to be. Formal is growling every time he picks up a kill, but Shopify Rebellion have a lead, and now it's the biggest one of the game. It's 5 kills the advantage, and Frosty still has a snipe bullet.
Finally emptied, but the moment we've been waiting for, finally with the weapon in hand. And we saw it from Formal's POV there, but it was Frosty in the cave getting a beautiful no-scope to really break the game wide open, and now they lead by 4, just like that.
Legend trying to get up that rocket street again. It's a battle that we've not seen. One so far by Legend, and this time it's not going to be one again. The thrust is up. Renegade trying to contest bottom middle for it. Not going to be able to get close enough to do so, though. Frosty looking for this kill.
Boy.
Thrust past him, snaps back onto him. And most importantly here for Shopify, keeps himself alive and can re-engage it.
Wow, beautifully done. They're just going to look at this. They're about to get a staggered 3 dead as well as they get this kill on bound. 3 dead indeed. Now, just like that is 32 to 23. But as we know, far from over. They're going to need to keep up the aggression, keep up the pressure. Otherwise, Optic can bring this back, even down by 10.
And this man's been the difference maker again, right? He's double positive, more than double positive in this game. 9 and 4 for Frosty, make it 10 and 4 for him. And he's been doing it for the majority of the game without the power weapons this time.
The Oracle of Origin, this man knows something about this map that other players do not because he keeps performing on it game in and game out.
Come on, someone kill this man!
For Optic Gaming, 38 to 27, an 11 kill lead here. Home stretch for Shopify.
And it's a killing spree for Frosty as well. He's taken on bound, still manages to trade in a disadvantageous situation. 29 kills for Optic, but it's 39 for Shopify Rebellion. Make it 40 as Legend will fall to the bandit of Cycle.
Formal does get the rockets bottom middle. Hasn't shot one just yet. Surely Shopify doesn't let this one happen. They're up by 11 here once again. These are your final 9 kills.
Come on.
Bound will find one.
All right.
Cycle trades it out immediately though. Last shot will be taken down.
9.
3 dead for Shopify Rebellion. And normally we'd be talking about a road towards victory for Shopify, but having seen what we've seen Optic do already in this tournament, this isn't done yet.
Not over.
This is not done yet. Legend finds one onto Frosty.
They clear out the cave. They clear out the fountain as well. Now 43-35. Starting to feel
nice. Formal.
Oh my, Formal. A double kill for him is 3 dead again for Shopify. Surely this can't happen again.
As soon as Formal got those rockets and stayed alive bottom middle, you knew
nice.
it was going to be trouble. 5 kill game now.
It's a killing spree for Formal. Like you say, a 5 kill game, and Legend
we got
has
the
a
snipe.
Rifle, but Real 2 might have just slowed things down enough for Shopify.
Nice. 4.
But Legend! When you
Trade
need
it,
to hit
yes,
shots,
nice.
It's the biggest one. 3 dead again for Shopify.
Oh my gosh, Formal.
There is no way this
One
is
of the
happening.
greatest snipers of all time
45,
with it
41,
in his
and it's been
hands.
amazing from Optic. Once
when
again, they
you
were
need him
trailing
the
by
most.
11, and now it's a 4 kill game. Does not hit the shot.
Formal under pressure.
Needs to stay
Legend gets
alive.
one onto Royal 2, but the trade from Cycle brings Shopify within 4.
Last shot with a very big push and a very big advantage. That's going to be huge here. Frosty cleans up 47-43, 3 kills to go.
Optic just trying to survive.
5 minutes remaining.
Sniper rifle gets picked up though.
No.
Last shot though shuts it down. Renegade will fall. 2 kills to go for Shopify Rebellion to finally put Optic to bed.
And Shopify likely, unless they get the perfect advantage, they're not even going to try to push this. However, 2 players on the elbow. This is dangerous for Optic Gaming. 48-43, only 2 to go.
Bound is going to find one, but Frosty, he gets his 14th of the game, and Frosty will close it out with a double kill. It's 50-44. Mr. Collie, the Oracle of Origin, will close it out with another fantastic stat line as Shopify Rebellion will be your champions of the Kaysan Showdown.
And if you needed an indication of how hyped this year is going to be, how about at a 4-team LAN preview, a pop-off from Frosty and a headset slam? The bill is in the mail. To win the series and the tournament in game number 7.
Who's sending their headset?
Rebellion will be your champions.
Try to push this. However, 2 players on the elbow. This is dangerous for Optic Gaming.
The game, and Frosty will close it out with a double kill. It's 50-44. Mr. Collie close it out with a double kill. It's 50-44. Mr. Collie, the Oracle of Origin, will close it out with another fantastic stat line as Shopify Rebellion will be your champions of the...
Wow.
The reaction of Formal. Look at the reaction there. You could just tell the frustration, but my God, does that ever set us up for an unbelievable year. If you needed, I'm not going to lie, we knew this year was hype, but from the player's perspective, this has set an all-new level of just what's on the line this season. An unbelievable grand final, an unbelievable entire day here. And you know what, Formal, hey, he was fired up going into these last games. Now he's pissed, and this is going to set us up for a great major.
There's a difference between being fired up and pissed.
Yeah.
And when Formal's pissed, usually good things happen for the team that he's on moving forward. I have to see if Optic can bounce back. I mean, I'll be honest, they had no right to even be sending
Dang,
into that
man.
Game 7 with the comeback they made on Street Slayer. Absolutely unbelievable, but they weren't able to summon that once more. Had to dig so deep just too many times. And it is going to be Shopify Rebellion who close it out.
Dude, it
here.
looked
A
like they're about to
first
come
land
back there
win as
again,
well
and
for
that would have been
Cycle and
so...
Larshot.
Man.
Not the major yet, but certainly a great step for them to make.
Let's go ahead and throw down to our team on the floor. It's Kaysan as well, along with the winners here, Shopify Rebellion.
All right, guys, and your winners of the Kaysan Showdown 6 is none other than the Shopify Rebellion.
That's actually a pretty cool trophy.
It's going to be Shopify who close out. It's Shopify who will be your champions. Again, a huge shout out to Kaysan for throwing
Yeah, W
the
Kaysan,
Kaysan
man.
Showdown number 6. Halo.
W Kaysan. Anyways, you know what we're here for. Yeah, you already know what we're here for. Do you guys remember the Travis Scott meal days? What would you say was a better era on the internet? The Travis Scott meal days from McDonald's or the Grimace shakes from McDonald's? What was a better trend? What would you say was a better trend? Huh? Okay. What was a better trick? Are you sure you want to? Oh, no. I don't want to do that. What would you say was a better trend? The Travis Scott meals or the Grimace milkshake meals? Or memes? What would you say was better? Okay, so I cannot shoot straight, so... Y'all already know that I like my volume all the way up, man. I like my eardrums bleeding. Ah! Oh yeah, that's probably really loud for you guys, isn't it? Yeah, that's probably really loud for y'all. Let me turn it down some. Okay, because I'm trying to keep it in the yellow here on OBS, of course. That's probably still a little loud, ain't it? Alright, is that good? It's about the same as my voice, wouldn't you say? Just a minute. No, I like the hit marker sound on the headphones better. All right, Dual XP weekend. Of course, we're going to manipulate that. We are going to take advantage of that. We are hitting. We're getting out of prestige, man. I am prestige grinding. No.
Domination. Secure the objective. Secure and B.
All right. Bro.
Taking Bravo underway. Hostile UAV established overhead. Taking B. Bravo gone.
All right.
Losing Bravo. Losing B. Losing Bravo. Losing B. Losing Bravo. Enemy UAV inbound. Bravo lost.
Yo, get a life!
Take it out. Controlling Bravo. Taking B.
Yo! Get a life, man.
Hostile UAV established overhead. Enemy UAV inbound. Controlling Bravo.
Dude. Am I allergic to winning a gunfight?
Taking A. We're losing Charlie. Hostile UAV established overhead. Securing B. Securing Alpha. Taking Bravo underway. Securing B.
Taking this objective.
Bro. Every time this guy kills me, he's laying on his gut in a corner. Yeah. It's fair to say that I'm not going to entertain that. I'm not playing Overdrive.
Bring my spot. Hardpoint. Time to get our heads dirty, Black Ops. Get to work.
Start smoking that car because he's got a power position. How?
Damn it, we lost the lead. Hardpoint into the hardpoint locked down. We've taken control. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint set. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure.
Bro,
We got the lead. Now hold it.
Fuck you, dude.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Back on my knee, guys overhead. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Come on, you're losing this fight.
Next video.
Hardpoint located.
Come on now.
Hardpoint is secure. Hardpoint active.
They get spawns from
Hostiles
here.
have the hardpoint. Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point is secure. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point identified.
SAM turret established.
Wow.
Hard point is active. Hard point locked down.
I don't know why I was pushing this shit.
Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point is secure. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Net call. Enemy watchdog helo inbound.
Okay, I can't miss every fucking shot. Jesus Christ. I'm getting fucking dick down right now. Yeah.
Hard point located. Hard point locked down. Hostiles have the hard
Another
point.
new one. Heck, God.
Hard point active. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hellstorm incoming.
Christ, I'm fucking terrible.
Hard point is secure. Hostiles have the hard point.
Come on.
Hard point is in. Hard point locked down.
Nice. For a second.
Hard point is active. Hostiles have captured the hard point.
How did they see me through the smoke? He's laying in the threshold. What a little.
Come on, people.
Hard point is secure. Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point located. Hard point active. Hard point locked down. Hostiles captured the hard point.
I didn't know that we were playing. I didn't know that I was playing. I didn't know that I was playing ranked Newtown 24/7.
Spawn split, we got fucking new, it's good. That smoke is fucking retarded.
You're planning on giving up. Do it now. If not, get to work. Hard point is secure. Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point identified. Hard point locked down. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point set. Hard point is secure.
Fellas. Idiot.
Hostiles have the hard point.
Attack off.
Why does it take so fucking long to get your pistol out now?
I didn't know I was playing ranked Nuketown 24/7.
Damn, I need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got a text message asking where I was. What? Yeah, that's what I was asking about.
Yeah, it's nice that I'm playing ranked Nuketown 24/7. I really love that.
Kill confirmed. They've taken the lead.
Bro.
Nigga, how did you even get past that? Nah, bro, I need to know how you even got past that. There's 2 shot stars. There's 2.
Watchdog Hilo incoming on your location.
Didn't even know there was a frag thrown, to be honest, but hey.
Hostile UAV established overhead.
Trophy system in Nuketown 24/7. Yeah, this is ranked Nuketown. I forgot. LMG. Okay, I guess I'm stuck using this.
Your tactics aren't working. Find another way. Net call. Enemy watchdog Helo inbound. Hellstorm incoming.
Deploying Archangel.
Face it, kill team. You were better than you today.
Like, who am I playing against, man? Like, who are these people?
Mover, front. Hostile removed.
What are we almost to 50?
Deathmatch. Eliminate all threats. Nice. We're pulling ahead.
Yeah, I'm terrible at the game. Why do I play it?
We've lost the advantage. Lead guard. We've taken control.
Yeah! How? How? Oh my gosh, dude, I'm beaming right now. Look at that, dude. Look at that. I'm gonna call him a word, but I'm not gonna. Like, oh my gosh, bro. I'm 23-5? Okay. And as Mr. John guy is just camping in the corner now. So now it's not even a fun game to play.
You have the edge, but don't get cocky. This shit ain't over.
My goodness.
Hotel Sierra people.
Why did I just do that? Now I'm gonna be in a lobby with Scump now. Oh well.
Took one out.
A 3 KD, dude. I just went trip pause, dude. It's a grind, man. It's a grind. Why does it always spawn me in with that dumb loadout? My other up-a-tick, one was not, the iron, it kept using iron sights. I didn't want that. Okay, but I can't use an optic in aims with a,
Hardpoint locked in. Nice. We're pulling ahead. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
what the? Okay, he was like,
Hardpoint is secure. Hostiles have the hardpoint. You're falling behind.
Taking it out.
Hardpoint located. Enemy UAV inbound. Hardpoint active. Hardpoint locked down. Hostile counter UAV established above.
gang, gang!
We got the lead. Now
Oh,
hold it.
wow.
Do that again. See what fucking happens.
I needed to hit slide there.
Hardpoint. Hardpoint identified. Damn,
Oh! That would have been nice.
Hardpoint is active. Hardpoint is secure. Lead dive.
Alright, now I'm one shot.
Enemy CUAV inbound. Hostile UAV established overhead. Enemy care package above. Enemy UAV inbound. Hostile UAV established overhead.
Oh my gosh.
Hostile has the hard point.
I'm gonna break my controller. I'm gonna have to get a new
Hard
one.
point located. Hard point active. Hard point locked down. Enemy UAV inbound. Get a UAV on grid. Hard point identified.
Lordy. Why can't I play like this all the time, man?
Hard point set.
Alright, never mind.
Hostile attached to hard point. Requesting
Dude,
recon
the
box.
Tonto is freaking crazy, dude.
Hard point is secure. Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point locked down. After us up. Hostile counter UAV established above. Hostile UAV established overhead.
Ooh.
Hard point located. Enemy scout post detected. Get a one-shot kilo on the grid. Hard point active.
What was that? Oh.
Give me a counter UAV in the air. Aguinaldo calling in UAV.
Come on.
Target found.
Hard point is secure. Hostiles attached to hard point. Enemy CUAV inbound. Hard point identified.
Yeah, dude, I just got jumped.
Hard point is active. Hard point locked down. TACOM, I need eyes overhead.
Bro, what?
Hostiles have the hard point.
Did I forget how to aim, dude? Is my right thumb broken?
Hard point is secure. TACOM, get an napalm strike on my beacon. Hostiles attached to hard point. Hard point located. Hard point active. Hard point locked down. Get a UAV on grid.
Dang it.
Aguinaldo calling in a CUAV.
Oi! Those 3 frappuccinos are hitting, man. I feel like I'm on cocaine right now.
Hostiles have the hard. TACOM, have the requesting napalm strike. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint is secure.
TACOM.
Hardpoint locked down. Requesting recon above.
My goodness. I'm drinking 3 frappuccinos before every single stream from now on.
Crush those dirtbags. TACOM, I need eyes overhead.
TACOM, launch a counter UAV. TACOM, launch a UAV.
Hardpoint is secure. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint located. Hardpoint locked down. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure.
Bullocks!
Ronaldo calling in UAV.
Oi. Straight chimney nade, man. Oi.
Hostile scout pulse in your AO. Hostile UAV established overhead. Hostile counter UAV established above.
Hey TACOM, get a watchdog helo overhead.
UAV inbound. Hardpoint is active. Hardpoint locked down. Enemy UAV inbound. Requesting recon above. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure.
Oh, I was trying to revive my teammate.
Hostiles have the hardpoint.
Oh.
Hostile UAV established overhead.
Dang, are we for real about to lose?
UAV established above. Hardpoint identified. Enemy CUAV inbound. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint active. Enemy scout pulse detected. You're falling behind. Heads up. Hostile care package inbound.
Oi.
Enemy UAV inbound.
Oh, wow.
Enemy sentry turret detected in your AO. Hardpoint located. Hostile UAV established overhead.
Oh.
RTB, Blacl.
Well.
We need to have a fucking conversation.
Some kills, bro. 72 kills. Holy shit.
Dang, this dude doing 58 and 22. Oh my gosh. What was that guy still doing in the lobby? I would have left.
Oh, somebody. Oh, it's Lee. Do you need the cheats?
What? Yeah.
Just cheeks, that's just
On the
cheeks.
bed. There was one on the bed.
Hard point. Secure the objective.
Oh.
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Bullocks.
Hard point is secure.
Oh.
We've taken control. Hostiles have the hard point. This shit ain't working. Lost the advantage.
Eyes on enemy.
Hard point identified. Hard point locked down. Enemy UAV inbound.
Dang.
Hard point is active. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point is secure. Sit rep. Multiple enemy CUAVs in your AO. Hostiles have the hard point.
So not a single hip fire shot landed.
Hard point located. Hostile UAV established overhead. Marshal requesting UAV test. Hard point active. We got the lead. Now hold it.
Thermal incoming.
TACOM, launch your UAV.
Oh.
Incoming sent.
Hard point is secure. Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point identified.
Incoming sensor.
TACOM, get a UAV in the air. Hard point is active. Come on, you're losing this fight. Commence counter UAV operation.
Oh.
UAV on grid.
Oh. What the? Yo, everybody in their entire team is in the hill, man.
Enemy UAV inbound. Hard point located.
Oh, man.
Hard point active. Hard point locked down. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Watchdog helo incoming on your location.
Dang, man. That freaking LMG is OP, bro.
Hostile counter UAV established above.
That thing is crazy good.
Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point identified. Hard point locked down. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point is active. Hard point is secure. Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point locked down. Hostiles have a field upgrade. Hostile UAV established overhead. Enemy UAV inbound. Requesting recon above.
Oh.
Nice. We're pulling ahead. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point located. Hard point is secure. Established watchdog helo on station above. Hard point active. Hard point locked down. Hostiles have the hard point. Authorizing napalm.
Oh, man.
Damn it.
Oh, is that level 51?
Hard point is secure. Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Oh. What?
Hard point identified. Hard point locked down. Hard point is active. Hostiles have the hard point.
I knew shoulda. Oh, I knew he was gonna be there.
TACOM, launch a UAV.
Dang.
TACOM, launch counter UAV.
Bruh.
Hard point located. Hard point is secure.
Wait a minute.
Hard point active.
Some didn't look right there.
Hostile UAV established overhead. Hostiles have the hard point. SAM turret established. TACOM, get a care package on my grid.
Bro, that thing is good. Stop using it.
You're gonna let a bunch of company assholes fight back, damn it! TACOM, LDVR on my mark. TACOM, I need eyes overhead. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint is in. Net call. Enemy watchdog Kilo inbound. Enemy CUAV inbound. Hardpoint set.
Dude.
Care package LZ. Enemy UAV inbound. Deploying SAM turret. Deploying Archangel. All operators to your nearest CCP. We just got our asses handed to us.
Just a handful.
Fuck, I just did that. Alright, boys, I gotta head here. Talk to you, boys.
Nice.
Team deathmatch. Pacify the AO, kill team. You've claimed the advantage, now hold it.
Oh man. What had just happened there? Oh.
inbound. We've taken the lead. Stay on task.
Dang it!
Sitrep, LDBR incoming.
Archangel ready for use.
Watchdog Helo incoming on your location.
So why is it never my teammates, man, that have these cool score streaks? Oh, good shots, good shots.
We've given up the lead.
Archangel goes on.
Dang, man! Who is this guy?
Hostile UAV established overhead.
There we go. Ah! Come on, give me one. Nice.
Get an LDVR on my mark.
Oh, great nade, good nade, good nade. Where did Dr. Phil come from? Like, honestly. Dang it. Yeah.
You're supposed to be the CIA spec. Act like it. Hostile counter UAV established above. Enemy UAV inbound.
Get a UAV on 3.
Enemy scout post detected.
Hey.
Enemy UAV inbound. Underwhelming effort.
Lucky.
What?
Hard point. Go time. Capture the objective. Hard point is secure. Lead guard.
What?
Hostiles have captured the hard point. You've fallen behind. Hard point locked down.
Yeah, I'm right back. Bye-bye.
Hostiles have the hard point.
Wow.
Hard point is secure. We take control. Hard point located.
Freaking back spawn, bro.
Hard point active. Hard point locked down.
What?
I'm dead.
Damn.
Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point identified. Hard point is secure. Hard point is active. Hostiles have the hard point.
Moving with our angel.
Ooh! I almost died right there. Bro.
Hard point located. Hard point active. Hard point locked down.
Juice.
Hostile UAV established overhead.
Oh man, that's nasty.
Bro. A pistol?
The hard point. Hard point identified.
Archangel making noise.
Hard point is active.
This dude, bro.
Hard point is secure. Enemy UAV inbound.
Bring it in recon.
Like, how does it keep spawning behind everybody?
Hostiles have the hard point. locked down. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point is secure. Hostiles have the hard point. Hostile UAV established overhead. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point locked down. Hard point active. Hostiles have the hard point.
I can't. Bro.
Enemy UAV inbound.
Enemy target down.
This shit ain't working.
These snipers, bro.
Hard point located. Hard point set. Hard point is secure. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point locked down. Watch out, enemy hellstorm launched.
Of course, because my teammates never have any of the cool stuff.
Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point is secure.
Oh my gosh, the dead nade is insane.
Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point locked down. Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point is secure. Hard point identified. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point active.
The stun, bro.
Hard point locked down. Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point is secure.
The back spawns.
Hard point located. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard
How is
point
that not a
locked down.
kill, man?
Hard point is active. Hostiles have the hard point. Hostile UAV established overhead. Hard point is secure.
Dang it! Like I can't go anywhere.
Now hold it. Hard point identified. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point locked down. Hard point active. Hostiles have the hard point. Come on, you're losing this fight. Hard point is secure. Hostiles have captured the hard point.
Bro.
Hard point locked down.
Bro, these snipers aren't even good at sniping. They're just holding an angle.
Hard point. Hard point located. Hard point is active. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point is secure.
Now we have another one on their team. Where did he... Look at that lucky, the luckiest shot of his life, bro.
Backup's not coming. You want to get out of this alive? Better step up. Hard point locked down. Hard point is in. Hard point active. Hard point is secure. Hostile scout pulse in your AO.
DD Henchman is insane.
Nice. We're pulling ahead. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point locked down. Enemy UAV inbound. Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point located. Hey, shit ain't working. We've lost these enemies. Hard point is active.
Nice.
The Pantheon's probably pissing themselves right now.
Let's go.
Engaging mover. Five of them.
Futures.
What are we playing?
Or settings? Controller settings or what? Have tactical feature. I'm playing 1.55 for horizontal and vertical.
Oh my goodness, we're live.
Team deathmatch. Eliminate all threats.
Can you join the
We're winning.
chat
Keep
now?
it that way.
Dang.
On the yellow house, top yellow.
Dang. All right, well, off to a terrible start, actually.
You're falling behind, Crimson.
Yep. Okay, what is that? 3 hour, 15-minute stream? Okay, let's rest my brain a little bit. Yeah, I didn't want to get mad and freaking not, you know. Okay, weather segment.
Look into the right spot.
So where would this be at? Oh, okay. Oh my gosh.
Close out of it. Goes up a little hill right here. That wide angle looks crazy. You can get the whole structure then. Go wide.
Let's see.
If you play FPS on controller, you probably use left trigger to aim down sight. Halo is a little different, though. Many of us still use right stick click to scope in. Halo is what I like to call a boomer shooter, okay? We used to play on the Duke in the early 2000s. That thing didn't even have bumpers over the triggers. And Bungie wanted all our combat mechanics easily accessible, so they put grenade on LT instead. Until recently, it looks like LT aim has sort of become the new wave. Snakebite has been using it for a while, and now Optic Lucid has made the switch. If you haven't already, try quickscoping snipe on LT. It's way easier. The speed, flexibility you get from taking the pressure off the right stick, it's undeniable. Should you switch then? It depends on the trade-off. I play bumper jumper on a Battle Beaver with 6 back buttons. To hit jump and
6
scope
back
with just my
buttons
index
is
finger,
insane.
it's sort of awkward. Halo's also kind of unique in that shooting from the hip is accurate. You do it about 70% of the time. When you scope in, if you get shot, you get knocked out of scope. So LT aim can kind of give you an over-reliance on scope, whereas with right stick, you got to learn discipline. And many of the best Halo players in the world still scope with right stick. So until they all start changing, I'm not gonna. How about you? If you play FPS on controller, you probably use left.
Firefighters Raw POV. Oh yeah, absolutely. We're gonna watch this. Yo, he's going to work.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, this dude is going to work with that hose, yo. Oh, dude, that piece of tin is blocking, man. That thing's on the fire's side. That thing is going. I wonder how much water they use. I wonder how much water they use. What? Wait, what just happened? Hold on. Okay. Oh, YouTube just said I can't watch that video for some reason, but okay. Well, it was one of them. I don't know if it was that live stream or not. Let's see, do we play Halo? Do we play some Halo too? Do we throw some Halo in there? It's been a while since I fired up this joint. Dang, it's been a while since I played Halo. It feels like. I don't know. I mean, I actually don't know how long. Let's get into let's play a yeah, custom game, warm up a little bit. Yeah, man, it's I feel like it's a Halo kind of day, man. Even though the Optic, even though the Optic boys didn't, you know, do what we were hoping, I'm feeling like a Halo day, you know?
Earn more kills than your opponents to win. Cluster, double kill, triple kill. I see headshots in your future. Active camo inbound. Active camo available. Killing spree. Perfect. Double kill. Valorous work, Spartan.
Oh, man.
Good shooting, Spartan. Outstanding. Active camo available. Don't think twice next time. S7 sniper inbound. S7 sniper available. Killing spree. Double kill. Triple kill.
You jerks, you already used half of it.
You're a machine, Spartan. A machine that produces victory.
Oh my gosh.
Plasma grenades acquired. A red letter day. Killing frenzy. Good shooting, Spartan. Repulsor obtained. Active cannon inbound. You are a portrait of accuracy. Way to victory. They'll think twice next time. Active camo available. Perfect. Running riot. They'll be talking about this for years. Outstanding. Active camo obtained. Do try to breathe a bit softer. S7 sniper inbound. S7 sniper available. Another one put down. Not today, friend. Setting commendation. Nearing victory. Another one put down. Boogeyman. Double kill. I don't breathe. If I did, I would call that breathtaking. S7 sniper inbound. Not today, friend. S7 sniper available. They'll think twice next time. Perfect. Grim Reaper. Double kill. Triple kill. Good shooting, Spartan. Victory. Spectacular.
51? Since when? Yo, my cheeks are starting to hurt, bro. I've been sitting for so long. Oi, oi, oi.
Slayer.
Live Fire Slayer ranked, bro. This is my bread and butter. This is my map. I'm going to slay. Bro, I'm sweating.
Outkill your opponents and claim victory.
Dang it. Dude, if I would have got that other nade, bro. Okay. But anyways, that's a big if.
Active camo available.
Enemy there.
Another one put down.
Lucky. Wow, they just...
Active camo inbound.
What am I doing, man? Now we're starting to sell hard. My teammates are nowhere to be seen, though.
Good shooting, Spartan.
Good shooting. I hit him like 5 times, but with no hit marker. Like, what is this, bro?
Another one put down. Spike grenade. Good kill. Translocator on route.
I hate this game.
Halfway to victory. Active camo inbound. Active camo Another one put down. Power items en route. Gain the lead. We've lost a teammate. Power items on the field. Lost the lead. Keep your head down. You are a portrait of accuracy. Gain the lead. 5 minutes remaining. Lost the lead. Another one put down. Gain the lead. Enemy there. Nearing victory. Active camo available. Good shooting, Spartan. Quantum translocator incoming. Translocator ready. Outstanding. Target spotted. Target spotted.
Bro. How in the world? This dude went 21-8. My butt is really starting to hurt. All right. Gang, thanks for watching. Actually, what was that? Almost a 4-hour stream, y'all? That's the longest one that I've had. That's a record, man. That's a record. Man. Oh well. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. Bright and early. Gang.